See, we're immediately coming into some nonsense here. Let's see, let's figure out why the Discord's not... Ah, that would be why. There we go. Alright, we have audio. We are streaming. Welcome, everybody. Looks like we are still waiting on one. Let's see.
Osmosis Jones.
How's
I'm
everybody
logging in
doing?
currently. Foundry is just running a little slow.
That's no
It's been a
problem.
banger day.
I think that's in part because I am streaming. I did already update my internet to deal with this issue, but then come to find out my internet provider, being fiber, doesn't actually provide me the port I need to port forward for Foundry. So I'm gonna have to contact them later in the week and get that settled. But hopefully beyond that, that will be less of an issue. Let's see.
Fuck, I hope I quick save this.
I mean, right now we're waiting on someone anyway.
Right.
What are you playing? You said Three Kingdoms?
Yeah. Solid Total Warhammer game. Really hate that they dropped it though, because it wasn't doing good enough in any of the other markets besides the Asian market.
Yeah, I mean, I personally wasn't a huge fan. Um, More so just because I felt like the cavalry was overpowered. It reminded me a lot of Rome 1 in that sense.
Oh, absolutely. It's stupid.
Okay, it's finally loading for me.
There we are.
That was my issue too. Is cavalry is kind of stupid, but honestly, I would say on the other hand, so is archer spam with when you get fire arrows is also equally as fucking just busted.
I think the only Total War I played is Total Warhammer, and I've only played 2 and 3.
I'm a pretty big fan of the series. I do enjoy it.
You got lucky. One was quite a fucking clusterfuck. I'm ready for the End Times DLC though. That's gonna be a fucking nice one.
All right. While we wait on Oz here, I have prepared a one shot for you guys today that basically just takes place in Heldren. Heldren is a little lumber town just outside Taldor. And it is the middle of summer. You guys will have your different reasons for why you have made your way to this section of the world, but this is where you have found yourselves. And as we kick off our adventure today, you will find yourselves in a town square. For as tiny as a town as this is probably about as lively and as about as many people as you will ever see in one spot for maybe the entire year. There's definitely a restlessness about the town, and the person standing at the top of the stairs seems to be attempting to address that restlessness. Uh, Besides each other, you will notice that there are a few well-armed adventurers, as you will find that the party is standing beside each other. If you guys would like to take some time to describe what you look like to each other, tell each other a little bit about each other. I know we did establish on the Discord that you guys have gotten at least to the name introduction for the most part, so feel free if everyone would like to take a moment, kind of go over that while we wait on us.
I'm trying to join right now.
Shit, he's here. He's quiet as fuck though. I'm trying to get Foundry to load. There it is.
I guess I can start.
Yeah, go ahead.
So Clea is a mid 5 foot tall woman who gives the impression of a charcoal drawing. She's very monochromatic with pale white hair, silver eyes, pale skin, and her armor a kind of mottled black and silver. She does not appear to be armed, although she does have a very large supply of equipment strapped to her back.
Very nice. I love the little icon border that you picked out for
There
yourself.
we go. There we go. I got it all right now. I guess I'll go next. Nanbu is the name, right? Nanbu the White. Not like Gandalf, the white, but I just was like, yeah, white because his fur is white. He's about 5'7" when he isn't like a little short little monkey. Because when he's shrunk down, was it like half his size at that point, which is like 2 foot? Uh, doesn't carry anything besides a bag on his back and a little bit of shoes and a pants. That's pretty much it.
All right.
Uh,
I guess I'll go next.
Okay.
Oh, let's go ahead.
Was I was just no
was
no
I
I was
interrupting?
I was just gonna say, we got our little monkey monk, fantastic. But go ahead, Hannah. I'd love to hear.
Sorry. I didn't expect you would make a comment for everyone. Anyways, I'm playing as Set, known as Blood Smirk. Me and Nambu met last night, shared a meal before entering the town today. I'm currently wearing some winter adapted clothing as I'm more accustomed to the temperature in the desert. Other than that, I don't seem to be wearing any armor, and I'm only armed with a regular spear.
Very cool. I also loved the border that you went with. The blood animation's pretty dope. Um,
Yes.
of all the backstories, I did love everybody's backstory. Uh, and I had one involving uh, a pretty cool part of her tribe ritual that you guys might find out about later. I thought was pretty awesome. But Oz, you want to go
That's
ahead and go
weird.
next?
Can't hear anybody.
You can't hear anyone?
Yo, sorry about that. Just hopping in. Let's see.
You say you can't hear anyone, Toxic?
Alrighty. Then, can y'all hear me?
No, I can
Yeah,
hear
we
you.
can hear you.
I thought Toxic said he couldn't hear anybody. He's not responding now, so he might be
okay.
fucking with the shit. Go ahead, Oz.
Alright, no worries. So, Nox introduces himself as Nox. And he looks as what he does on the picture, 6'2", around 180 pounds. Not really much to say about him. I mean, unless anyone asks.
I thought
But
the little pin on
I'm
your,
sorry,
your
I'm
jacket
a
was
little
pretty cool.
behind on everything. Oh, thank you. He does introduce himself as a healer of sorts, and is willing to take care of any wounds that come up.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. And what about yourself, Krazel?
Yeah, I'll introduce myself as Selwa Snow Whisper. You can just call me Sel for short. I am a short little snow leopard. You would see that I'm wearing hide armor and armed with a buckler and short spear.
Very nice. Just to give you guys a bit of an idea how a couple of things work that may or may not be different than things you have worked with in the past. I didn't decide to do anything for it specifically, but if you go ahead and hit J on your keyboard, I work with a couple of different Patreons that give me access to exclusive modules that I pay for. So I haven't did anything for your quest log just yet. I decided we'll decide how the one shot goes before I start committing to things like that. But I did start putting in some things for lore. So if you go over to lore, I'll go ahead and reveal to you Heldren. This just gives you some basic information about Heldren itself, and this will be something that I'm basically working to use a little bit like a Witcher log, if you've ever played like any of the Witcher games, where as you play, you'll be able to come back and see different things about history lore, or organizations, or NPCs, or bestiaries. You will find that for most of the actual adventure path beasts throughout the game, if you do a knowledge check related to that beast rather than me just giving you a blurb about it, I will have set up the system required to actually reveal a bestiary entry that you will be able to carry with you. Going over timeline for the future of our games will end up being where I put our campaign roundups. So at the end, I'll actually give a summary of what happened in our session, and you guys will be able to look back here at the timeline, and if you ever forget, what happened last session, you'll just be able to look at the timeline and you can see all of the sessions. The map will come up next. You guys will notice that you have one available. You've all been in Heldren for a little bit, so mentally you have a bit of a mapped out idea of what the town looks like. At the end of the day, it is a very simple, tiny little town. There are not a lot of people in this town. If you guys had to guess, it's just something north of 150 people in total. You pretty much have one massive intersection in the middle, and from there, depending on if you go north, south, or east, you're getting to the end of the town. So, it doesn't take you guys long to get yourself acquainted with your general directions. However, like I said, for being a tiny town, all of you are close enough associated to the fact, we can leave the journal now, that seeing this many people gathered together in the town square is kind of odd. Generally, there would never be this much of such a small town gathered together in one place unless you were having together, something like a giant festival, perhaps, or God forbid, like a time of war. And as you look around the crowd, if anyone would like to take a sense motive check, I'll give you a chance to try to feel out the vibe, the energy that the crowd is showing.
Hey man, Knox goes in the flow.
Oh wow.
Okay, well there you go. I was gonna say shit. Good luck, bud.
Nice.
With the
You can
negative
get shit
one
at me.
too, I love when somebody is like, what? I'll see what the dice say. Yeah. So you notice someone that is used to looking at their prey and seeing this. You're very, very familiar with what you see. In fact, it's one of the most common things that you are used to seeing in a human, and that is fear. These people are afraid. And it would appear that they are looking to the woman standing in the green dress at the top of the stairs, an older woman, probably in about her mid-40s, with blonde hair, in a rather elegant dress, something that screams some amount of money, if not power. And the desperation in the crowd really draws your attention.
She's their chieftain.
She is, in a way, their chieftain. We do have everybody now, so we can go ahead and get actually going here. First off, before we actually do get going, I just want to say these are my first games actually with the public. We were running the Discord publicly or privately with our group for a while, and have finally just opened it up. This is the first launch of any of those groups that happened from our poll. We did a poll that ended up launching 5 groups in total, 2 adventure paths, 2 homebrew paths, and a 2E adventure path. It was absolutely awesome. I made a goal today of the Discord getting to tier 3, and we already hit tier 3. So I love everybody that's coming out to support. Brian's going to take charge of chat for me today. I have some extra monitors coming in, so I can actually start paying attention to the chat. But I'm going to give my full attention today to my players and nothing but my players, give my full screen to that. And thank you so much for all coming out, for being on time. I really appreciate you guys. I love the energy that you've put into your backstories. I love um, how much time that you guys have actually spent, just talking in the Discord and actually building relationships ahead of time. And I really look forward to this. Before we do actually get started, I do just want to open up the floor for a moment and give everybody an opportunity. Nobody sent me an optional consent form, but I do want to uh, have this moment, even if you end up sending it just instead in DMs, just to have said it. If there is anything that you worry about triggering you, etc., I do respect that. We all have our traumas. They're all caused in different ways. I'm not going to be like, well, this is my world. You're going to have to get over it. I would like to be as inclusive as possible while still being authentic to a world. So if there is something that you do need that you have not let me know about, please do so now or as soon as it comes up. I want you guys to understand at the end of the day, nothing matters more to me than you guys having fun. So if somebody's feeling uncomfortable, somebody's not enjoying themselves, that's just simply a non-starter to me. I played with different DMs in the past who care about more of a DM versus player aspect and would actually cheer when the enemies roll good against them or when you guys roll bad. And that's just not me. I love you guys. I want everybody to have fun. Pretty much none of this matters to me if you guys don't enjoy it. So if I do my job right tonight, years from now, you guys will be talking about something that happened and I will feel really good about myself and pat myself on the back. So, with all of that said, is there anything that anyone would like to address or ask as far as campaign expectations, restrictions they want players to know about, anything at all?
Appreciate being the first guinea pigs. Other than that, I'm cool with whatever as long as sex scenes. I do prefer a fade to black.
Mm-hmm.
That's about
it. Yeah, so as far as sex goes, listen, if you want a fucking game, I'm not gonna complain about it. If you want to hit on somebody, I'm not gonna complain about it. But by all means, I kind of take it the same way as I take the general server. This is an 18 plus server. We are capable of 18 plus content, but that by no means that I am here to be your Discord kitten. I am here.
I don't know about that.
I have a great time.
I'm just saying, get a room.
Actually, be a DM.
You called me Schnookums. I think I can. All right, I think I'm allowed that.
I think I can.
Exactly. Take chances, man.
So with that said, I do completely agree. Anything that basically goes beyond the line of what I would consider excessive content or so that's what that was. I'm not used to having follower sounds happen in the background. That was startling to me. Thank you, Toxic.
Oh yeah, they told me to. I was being coerced.
Coerced. I totally lost my train of thought too. Jesus.
You said we can't fuck. Well, me and you can't.
Yes.
Publicly.
Yes. Exactly. So yeah, it would absolutely.
I mean, nothing wrong about closed doors.
And it all comes down to that same concept of this is an 18 plus server. That does not mean that the point is to just be obsessively 18 plus. I mean, I didn't make it 18 plus so that we could sit here and sex each other all night. Yes, things like fading to black. If you seem to be really, 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 really unnecessarily, excessively trying to explain violence, after I smash his skull in, I take the fragments, and then you just start going on for a couple minutes. Like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna stop you. It's just unnecessary. But within
But the
a
skull's gonna skull
reasonable level,
Skull.
I am willing to let you guys have your creative liberties. At the end of the day, nothing matters more to me than your guys' player agency. I could care less what story I tell at the end of the day. I obviously have a goal for what I'm going for, but like, listen, at the end of the day, I built an adventure path. If you guys decided that your actual version of fun was to say fuck it to the adventure path and you live in town for the rest of the time and you run a blacksmith and it just makes you guys happy, I'm not gonna like railroad you back into the adventure. It is what it is. You guys are having fun in a
Right, you heard the
vacuum.
DM.
However,
I just heard.
the goal, obviously, of this group is to tell the Reign of Winter adventure path, and so I hope that the party will find their own ways to help progress the story along to do so. But again, if the party decides overall that they don't want to and they just want to hang out in town, well, hey, then that will be a new story that we end up telling, and I am totally okay with that.
In how much details can I describe how I cook someone?
Oh my god.
Again,
I
I
had to ask.
honestly don't care too much about the detail. I am okay with it. I mean, again, once you start going into sex, that is quickly a fade to black. But for general things like that, where I actually think it would be fun and enjoyable to listen into, I don't mind it. Again, it just comes in to making sure it doesn't go too long, so everybody gets their equal time. But
That
yeah,
starts a master chef presentation.
yeah, if you want to start explaining to us how gnome has to be prepared, because it's a little on the fattier side, I don't care. I think that is hilarious. I think we'll have a grand old time. I do
We
appreciate
have
that,
a
Oz.
myriad of alignments in this party.
I'm just honestly surprised you cooked the food first. I mean, I prefer to eat it raw.
Yeah, you're worse of a freak somehow. I don't know how the fuck you managed that. I like it raw. Yeah, the fuck you don't.
I mean,
I love the freak off. Let's go.
This party just keeps getting worse somehow.
out of game, I established that the only reason that our Knoll friend here even knew any other languages is because they have a sick fascination with talking to their food. So, I mean, listen,
That's
it's
canon in my head.
gonna be
Real.
a fun campaign.
Uh,
Is there
I'm
anything?
gonna have fun with that. If you
Uh,
allow me to have more languages for a specific reason, I'm gonna have fun with it.
Yes, that is absolutely something I would be down with. And if you guys aren't in a total hurry to start and really just treat this like a proper session zero, um, you're gonna find that generally speaking, I am pretty open. If there's something that you want to do, I'm going to find a way to try to do it, but I am going to try and find a way to do it balanced. If you want to sell your soul, that's something that I'm absolutely a-okay with, but it has to be able to have a way where I'm not going to end up feeling like you end up more overpowered than the rest of the party. So, if there are extra little things that you want to do with the story, or like a couple of you have worked with me personally to try to have a question that your character kind of gets asked by the world, by nature, by fate, by the story. I always give the example, just because I think it was a really good one, that one of my characters told me that they had been from a village where they were way up in the mountains, they worshipped a volcano god, and it was all about being a strong warrior. So they told me, my question, or my arc to you, is I just want to be one of the strongest warriors of my village. And so the question that I was building the world to ask him was, what is actually stronger, the sword or the sheath, force or restraint? Can you prove that you are a stronger warrior by not fighting? Was kind of what I was going for. And so a couple of you have reached out to me personally and kind of told me what you would be interested in the world asking you as a question. If the rest of you anyone that doesn't feel like that they've done that, if you want to reach out to me personally, it's not something I was trying to incorporate in this one shot anyhow, but it is something that I'm willing to incorporate into the overall adventure path. So if that's something that resonates with you, if it's something you're interested in, just let me know. Is there anything else?
Is there
Anyone would like
anything
to?
else?
What was that, us?
I just have this sudden feeling that we're going to wind up with a conversation that says, "Hey, what wine pairs good with leg of orc?"
Don't fucking laugh at that. Don't laugh. Don't entertain this.
We entertain it.
Toxic's like,
I'm just
I've ended
thinking
up in
in-
2 groups of cannibals.
Brother.
It does keep happening.
Man, both of them, man.
If I got a time for
obviously,
every time
yes,
this happened, I'd have 2
The other day,
dogs.
what happens if we're caught in a blizzard? Who do we eat first?
Yeah,
we got the list.
at
Don't
that
worry.
point,
We have a list.
Toxic, are you the one causing people to be cannibals?
No.
I don't know. I mean,
That sounds like a guilty no.
two groups, and everyone that around you happens to be a cannibal. I kind of feel like you're just projecting an energy. I don't know.
Ugh. I don't know, man. Maybe, possibly, perhaps. Well, you trying to dine on some okay.
Toxic is food coded.
What? Damn straight at you.
I know bro's rip, so like food has to be important to him.
Oh, absolutely.
So, is there any other questions? Anything anyone else would like to go over? Like I know we when I very first made this listing, I was talking about doing it weekly. My demand quickly overwhelmed my expectations, so I do plan on running these bi-weekly. I do plan on, as I am currently, streaming all of this content. It will be uploaded as a full YouTube video. It will be cut up into reels and posted on multiple platforms. I just want to make sure, everybody understands that. Nobody has a problem with it. If anyone has any questions, about that, just let me know now.
You're good using my likeness.
I don't give a fuck. I sold my soul to the Marine Corps at one point in time.
As I've explained to
Nice to
everybody, ultimately my goal is to have done a good enough job making this campaign for you guys that you have such a good time and you enjoy it so much that the people who watch this see that, and hopefully I can build an audience large enough that pays for me to keep buying more adventure paths, and it keeps paying for me to do this full time. As I think a lot of you guys have seen, I started that poll on the 28th, and I have pretty much dedicated all of my time since then to you all, getting this all organized and getting this all set up and further advancing the Discord. I got us all some cool emojis and some stickers last night, and I'm doing more things to make sure that none of us get harassed by bots and the roles are properly assigned, and I'm making it so that I can ping you guys so you're easier to communicate with, and I'm never going to use at everyone, and I have at everyone disabled for everyone because I want to make sure that my place is somewhere that you're not being harassed. I'm not going to be the guy that ats everyone about the fact that a Twitch stream is starting, etc. So, with all of that said, if nobody has any further questions, no concerns, etc., we will go ahead and get started.
None here. None here.
None here either.
I see. Actually, I do.
Nothing
See,
here.
my token is on its own, and I specifically know for a fact I am hanging off the 6-foot knoll. That's kind of like my one issue I'm having right now.
He said,
It's breaking my immersion.
I would like to share token space. So, as you guys gather around the commotion that appears to be happening in the town square, this very, very small, very simple town that basically equals the fork in a road, you see the woman at the top of the stairs start to speak, and she says, neighbors, please. I've heard the same rumors you have, and I'm telling you what the Reeves office is telling me. There is nothing to them. Then where are my turnips, Ionia? Crop theft happens every summer, Heldren. You know that as well as I do. The militia is looking into it. My sister last summer was in Callistra. I'm sorry. My sister's last letter was in Callistra. Callistra, Ionia. 4 months. This post road's been slow. It's been slow before. Letters come when they come. And at that point, you notice specifically a man that appears that he has not changed his clothes in multiple days. He's worn from the road. He's covered in filth. This man looks like he has been on a bender. If you had to guess, just from the distance, I mean, you're probably about a good 5 feet from him, and you can smell the alcohol that is coming out of his pores. He says, "There's something in that cave out past the old F-wall. I saw it. White as bone and tall. And he tries to continue, and Ionia calls him up. Sir, please. You've been drinking at that Silver Stoat since Monday. Please go home." The crowd, almost in an uncomfortableness, kind of laughs at him, and despite the fact that some of them have the same complaints as he does, almost want to treat him like he's the crazy one of the bunch, and before anyone else can really say much else about it, Ionia takes that opportunity, that break in tension where everyone's laughing, and says, "What I'm asking, all that I'm asking, is that we not lose our heads over a slow post, or what happens to be a bad harvest, and one man's bad dream that he wants to believe is reality. This is Heldren, and we look over each other, and that's what we do. Now, I'm going to ask y'all go back to your shops, go back to your farms, go back to your homes. Please. Please." And with that, you will start to see the crowd disperse. A couple seem like they really would like to stage objections, and almost as they see the rest of the crowd going along with the chieftain's request, as our friendly Noel said. Go ahead and give me a perception check. Everybody.
Okay.
Oh, I'm just as good with perception.
I'm starting strong, guys.
Help me again.
With that nat one.
I know you said Cell for short, but what was your whole name? Selra? Seldra?
Yes. So us no whisper.
Fucking way.
I think I will stick to Cell if that's okay with you.
Yep, that's fine.
I have a niche.
So Cell, you happen to notice that there is actually a couple of ants crawling on the ground, and they're pretty interesting. Nambu, you happen to notice that Cell notices a couple of ants on the ground. Midnight, you also
That's just
notice
tasty
that
food.
Cell notices a couple of ants on the ground. The rest of you, however, happen to notice that there is a couple of almost matching people to the left of you. And by matching, I mean the sense of, if you had to guess, they almost seem to be coming from the same house. They all bear somewhere, either on their clothing or their jewelry, this symbol, excuse me, of a golden scorpion on a black background. There are a couple of guards standing around a rather elegantly dressed woman, and they have their hands on their blades. They're sheathed, regardless of the photo, but they are sheathed with their hands around their weapons, rusted. They don't look like they're going to pull them, but um, especially you, Conrad, of most of all, notice that the man closest to you in the red and black seems very uncomfortable. And in fact, even as the other guard to his left and the woman behind him start to make their way towards the Silver Stoat, the local tavern of this area, of this town, he doesn't move. He seems kind of locked in place. He almost frozen. And he looks from the woman standing at the top of the stairs to the crowd that is disparting, and then he looks to you, the party, standing there, almost frozen in place the same way that he is.
Well,
Cool
we can
ass
see
ass.
like a sword tongue. So
What's that? Oh, yeah, that is true.
I said we do stand out like a sword tongue.
This is absolutely true. And one of the things that makes you step out or stand out the most is that something about you, both in terms of equipment, both in prowess, says that you have experience. It says that you have been places, that you have known things and you've developed skills, and that the road has taught you things. And this is something that man understands, and so he's going to approach you. And addressing the party, he's going to say, I'm Yuln of the Ulfen. I know the look of a town embracing for winter. And this town has it. An odd thing in the middle of summer, wouldn't you say? Cool
answer there.
Go ahead.
Do you know where that one bum went? As Nox looks around.
Bum, you say? Which bum?
The one that spoke up earlier in regards to something about a cave.
The hunter. He's staying at the Silver Stoat, same as Lady Argentea and I.
I give a pleasant bow to the lady once mentioned.
The lady is actually following behind the other guard who are already making their way to that same location, the Silver Stoat. And so she pays you no mind at all as Yuln continues. If I may, why do you ask of him?
Hmm? Oh,
The
I
bum.
usually like to... The bum. The what?
You mentioned the bum. Why do you ask of him?
Oh, well, usually the insane are either insane and need to be looked after or speak some form of truth, and I'd rather not be caught with my pants down.
Kind of nods to himself for a moment.
Conrad kind of speaks up, and he's going to say, the two people that you can always guarantee are telling the truth are children and drunks.
I actually would like to say that is incorrect. I say a lot of falsities.
When you're drunk or just in general?
Ah, well, especially when drunk, yes. Yeah.
So is this falsity a falsity or a truth? I ponder. Nox ponder.
Yuln kind of laughs to himself. Go ahead.
I was going to say, does the crowd predominantly seem to be locals or outsiders?
They seem to
As
be
best I can tell.
all be locals, and your best guess at that is as the woman who dismissed them and begged of them to go back to their positions asked them to do so. They all seem to be doing so quite rapidly, and I mean, even as we speak, you see different members of the town heading back into their shops and heading back into their homes and clearing the town square for business for the day. Yuln is going
So
to
you
speak.
say...
Oh, go ahead, Az.
No, go right ahead. I was about to just try to continue the conversation, so please.
That's A-okay, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, so you say this hunter and your lady is at the Silver Stoat.
Aye?
Should we not get out of, the cold weather? And speak, amongst, going towards there.
So, funny thing about that, technically in an out-of-game sense, it is the midst of summer right now, actually, in Heldren, where you are now. There is pretty much not the thought of winter on anybody's mind, and yet, fascinatingly, you've already noticed that it is the whisper on a couple of tongues since your time in town, and that is wrong. Very, very wrong for this time of year and for this location. Winter should have been gone months ago. Months ago, at least. Winter should not be on anybody's mind, even in the slightest. And so the fact that you have been in town and that has been a whisper that has been going around is almost baffling to you. But what Yuln will say to you, excuse me, in response, is that I think the hunter could tell you where the cave he speaks of is, and if there's any truth to this cave. Well, that would be damning evidence. I'm hoping that he's just sort of drunk. And he's gonna pull a couple of gold from his pouch, and he's gonna look to the party and say, "Clearly, you aren't from this town." He's gonna look into his hand and say, "I have 10 gold here.
I'll take it.
If you travelers will go around the town and ask some questions, try to find out what exactly is happening here, and report back to me at the Stout Inn. I'll give you twice as much." And he kind of shakes the 10 gold in his hand. I say again.
How much is a night's stay at the Stouts? And Knox inquired.
He shakes his head. "Just a silver piece, sir. But to say again, this town seems to be embracing winter. And that just doesn't make sense. I look into myself. but I have to look over Lady A. And kind of as he says that, he looks and he already sees the increasing gap between the noblewoman and himself as they make their way inside of the inn and disappear out of view behind the door. As he reps up, he's gonna push the gold into the closest hand in front of him,
Me,
Probably the
me,
monkey.
me.
which in this case would actually be Clea.
Yeah, I
Shoot.
jump over. No, I jump over and I get the mission myself.
It says, "Find me before first light and tell me what it is that you saw. I'll give you 10 gold now, and another 10 before we speak again. I do it myself, if Lady A will give me the permission.
And what is
Please
this
don't
man's name
let
again?
me
Yuln?
down." Yep, Yuln, Yuln. If anybody has knowledge geography, he did mention the Ulfen, and I will allow you to do a knowledge geography check to learn a little bit more about that. Not actually sure offhand if anyone does.
I don't think I do.
Geography. Fuck no. What
No.
Not currently.
Nope,
Okay.
not yet.
Nope.
Yeah.
I could still roll for a potential 10. Let's go.
So you know
I default to 10.
that the Ulfen are common for a region named Irison. The Ulfen are a group of warriors that grew up in a primarily cold climate. They are used to surviving the tundra even more than they are used to surviving combat. But they are decorated warriors. And pretty much if there was anybody that you were going to trust their expertise on when it came to winter, if the Ulfen's not at the top of the list, it's pretty dang close. And so, as you stand here in Heldren, in the middle of summer, I mean, right now, the heat is bearing down on you. The sun is bearing down on you. It's a hot day. And yet this man is concerned about reports of winter in the area. It's a very odd and convoluted thought.
An unnatural winter.
A very,
Clea will
very unnatural one.
turn to Yuln and say, "You seem like you're no stranger to winter. What fear do you have for it?"
Go ahead and give me a sense motive check.
Oh boy, my best skill. By which I mean it's -3.
Hell yeah. Shares my
Roll
name.
dump that wisdom.
We still did all right. So
Hell yeah.
you can tell from his body language alone, if I said earlier that the crowd was gathered in fear and concern, that this man is showing something so far beyond that. And this is a warrior. You can tell just from the way that he holds his hand on his blade, from his stature, the way he stands, from the way he seems to be controlling the area around him, that this man has sizable experience with combat. In fact, as someone with sizable experience yourself, you know for a fact that this man has been in many a battle. And to see the concern on his face almost puts a pit in your stomach as he explains, you may not know the history of Irison, but for the Ulfen, it is a sad, long tale. And he kind of stops almost as
I feel
if
like this
he
is
has either told the tale many times before, or it is a tale almost hard for him to speak.
Clea
Sounds like a story
will
best
nod
spoken
in
in dream.
acknowledgement, and she will take the 10 gold. But she will just nod in acknowledgement and not pry further.
He will entrust it into your hand and say, "It is much gold for a stranger, but Lady A demands my presence, and the town demands my conscience.
One final thing, good Yuln.
Yep, give me just 1 second, Oz. I trusted upon you
Go ahead.
to lay my mind at ease." Go ahead, Oz.
One final thing, good Yuln. There seemed to be a farmer that spoke up. Do you know his name and where I may ask of him of things?
That was actually the very first thing you asked me, not the name specifically, but the location. So you're already familiar with the fact that he's in the Silver Stoat, the same location that.
No, that was the hunter.
I'm sorry. What did you ask again? The drunk guy, right?
Yep, the first one was the drunk hunter, and then my second question is in regards to the farmer that mentioned something about the crops.
Oh, my bad.
If he knows who spoke up. No worries.
Now, honestly, I'm not sure. We're just coming through, passing through town. If it weren't for the fact that of all the commotion, we would probably have already passed through. I only know where the hunter's staying because he happens to be in the inn with us.
You could always ask the other humans in the marketplace. Maybe they know this farmer.
Nox nod. We should gather information. We have been advancedly paid.
We.
She has been eventually paid.
So as of right now, Clea, as you say, the party is looking around them. Clay is holding 10 gold in her palm. And you see that Yuln is actually already started to very quickly make his way towards the Silver Stoat. You guys have been in town for a little bit individually, so you are vaguely familiar. This man has asked you to investigate and kind of just check on the rumors around town and see what exactly it is that's going on. The heat's bearing down on you. It's 85, maybe 90 Fahrenheit. It's a warm day. It's very hot, and yet this man, known from coming from a winter region, is afraid that there are signs of winter. And he doesn't even seem to want to speak on him. And so he has given you a little bit of gold, and he is asking you, please, try to get to the origin of what is happening here. With that, if you guys want to talk amongst yourselves for just 1 single minute, I will be back very, very quickly. Just a quick bathroom break.
Okay. I'll just say something now. Strange happenings of winter around. So similar to the blizzard that happened to my tribe.
Interesting.
One night, absolutely nothing, and the next, a blizzard. By the end of that day, about a third of us had died.
Well, you look well insulated, so I'm not sure about us furless folk not being as lucky.
It was like a raging inferno of cold.
When did this happen? Was this recent?
Many
And how
days
close?
ago. Past a river down south, all the way into the Ket's Desert.
Interesting. Well, that might be a decent enough clue in regards to our fate. We should probably proclaim around town from individuals. We have the hunter and the farmers to speak to, and I do believe anyone of adequate power should be talked to as well, like probably this town's priest. Any others, y'all think?
Personally, I would choose to speak with the hunter.
I mean, the alcoholic might know. The alcoholic. He may know.
So,
The farmer would be more reliable.
while many a time I would not recommend, you know, actually splitting up as a party, this is one of the few times that you're pretty safe in town. If you guys do decide that you want to go in different directions, you feel free to. With that, all of you have been in town for at least a minor amount of time, and as I've explained before, this town is about as simple as one single crossroads, so it doesn't take you too long to become fairly familiarized with the majority of the town. So you're familiar enough to know that it has many of the basic things that you expect, like an inn slash tavern. It has a stables. There's a town square. There's an apothecary. You have a general store and a barber shop. Up on a hill, there is a giant tower that is you assumedly used for defense or protection, looking for enemies. Although, as long as you guys have been in town, you haven't actually seen anybody moving from that spot. There is a lumber town here, so it does have a sawmill. You can occasionally hear off in the distance some of those sounds very very vaguely, and closer into town, occasionally, you will hear some sounds even of somebody hammering or nailing or doing some sawing. Outside of that, I had heard as I was coming back, Osmond said something about possibly there being a temple. There is, in fact, a temple. There's a single temple here you guys would be familiar with. Technically, it's a temple of Aristil. However, there are multiple statues to multiple gods within the temple. And so, as you all stand there in the square, you guys would feel armed with the information to head in whichever direction to investigate those rumors as which you felt. And you would just know that ultimately you guys needed to meet back up at the Silver Stoat to report your findings. So from there, if there's anything that you guys want to go directional wise, you do have that map of Heldren. You can let me know which general way that you want to go, or any of the locations that I mentioned. If there's somewhere specific you would like to head, I'll work with you from there.
I'm always open to suggestions. I have a couple thoughts in mind, but I don't want to be the star of the show, so please.
I mean, I guess even before we get to that, the six of you find yourself in kind of an odd predicament. You're all strangers to this town. You haven't been here for very long, and you've just watched a collective gaggle of, like I said, this is a very small town, and I mean, you're all vaguely familiar with small towns, so you have to imagine that the amount of people that you just saw gathered together had to represent a fairly significant percentage of the town that you saw, and you would feel how odd and out of place and concerning this all was, and you'd have to wonder, is this town nuts? Is this town in hysteria, or is there something actually going on? And if that wasn't odd enough, randomly you have a stranger shoving gold into your hand and asking you to work with others. And so you take a moment and you look around at this group of individuals specifically around you. A man, almost monkey in white, a gnoll, tall and towering over, the same height as a human, both a male or two males and a female, all about the same height. And you guys realize as you look over at your overall group, you were a fairly unique looking bunch. And how odd it is to just be offered this gold in the first place, and to find each other in each other's service as you start to wonder what the hell is going on.
That's the main reason why Nox wants to get the fuck over with this.
I mean,
With that,
we got a
I will
couple
leave
of
it
different
there.
options. We could try the. I mean, tavern's always good to pick up information because somebody's always going to be drinking and running their mouth.
Right. Well, we've already got that one drunk that came up and said something about the cave we can also check out too.
We'd probably need
Or
to
we can
once again go
go-
to the tavern to talk to the hunter to get information upon that cave.
Right. We would want to do that first.
Then let's.
Or we could try to go straight to the horse's mouth and talk to the one lady and find out what next going on.
She seemed very dismissive of the commons, and as a Chelaxian, I would not want to upset a better.
Again,
Clea's going to shrug and say she's going to go interrogate the hunter. She'll go ahead and toss the 10 gold to the other party members, 2 gold apiece. Yes, I realize that leaves her with none of it.
okay, fair enough.
Nox refuses the gold. I'll be like,
will
I'll
take
take
his
my
share,
cut
his
at the
share.
end.
Well, then she will keep Nox's share.
You can also keep my share.
What do you mean? I thought we were a team. I thought we were a team.
You're supposed to support your little monkey.
That's what I'm saying.
So out of game, one of my most common solutions to this general issue in the first place is I'm going to, most likely later on, creating a team actor, which will end up being whatever version of storage you guys use, whether it be a bank or a wagon or whatever the hell it is. And that will be a way
Let's go
for
party loop.
you guys to actually have like a team bank, so you don't all have to feel like you're being greedy or not greedy in any time or sense, For now, everybody's just starting to get to know each other. Totally reasonable that would not be the case, but that's where we'll end up.
It's not greedy if it's an investment.
I like the monkey man.
Look,
Well, the monkey man and I are probably going to go interrogate this farmer.
With your propensity for gambling, I'm not so sure I trust anything you're investing in.
gambling. Who says anything about gambling? You don't know about me. Don't talk about me.
Okay.
I don't have information.
So you two are going for the farmer. You and I believe a few others are going to see the drunkard hunter. I will check on the priest. Usually the priest has a good ear for gossip.
I'm just gonna go wherever the dog goes. Take my little seat right on their shoulder, and we off.
I already love that duo.
If the spirits weren't telling me to keep him around, I would have eaten him for a snack.
That's a lie.
Do care about the monkey brain. I hear, at least in humans, bad things happen.
Huh?
Emergency food supply.
What?
So, Clea,
No.
we'll go ahead and start with you. You said you were heading in the direction of the hunter?
Yes, I'd like to go to the tavern and interrogate the hunter.
I would
Okay.
also be going to talk with the
Yeah,
hunter.
I would tag along with her as well.
All right.
Because he seems to know more than everybody would let him say.
We will go to.
I need to do a quick thingy, so put me on like the last turn of this initiative.
Yep, I got you, Oz. Just
Thank
while
you.
I'm learning voices, help me out a bit. So that was Clea, Cell, I believe, and one other.
Conrad.
Conrad.
Me.
Perfect.
Yep.
Thank you, Conrad. As I learn your voices, that won't be necessary, but help me out a little at the beginning there. The three of you will make your way over to the Silver Stoat, which is very easy for you to find, in part because, again, you just watched both the guard and Lady A, followed by walk that way themselves. So you're really just following where the man you were just talking to went in the first place. As you go in, you find that it is a rather dead end. There is one woman that is actually manning the bar in the first place, and then you see the one man who had been complaining, actively drinking again already. It is, about noon. A little bit odd for the fact that he already has what appears to be one empty uh, glass in front of him and is already working on another pint. Especially for the fact that you swear you just saw him like 2 minutes ago. Was that empty pint from now or from before? You know that lady up there was mentioning that he'd been drinking for a couple of days. Honestly, you have no idea.
Just out of curiosity, from what I see here, is this like a water trough that's right here on the map?
It is.
Nice. Gives me ideas.
I like water.
So you guys are able to make your way in. You do not see Yuln, Lady A, or the guard that had been accompanying her. You do see stairs that lead upstairs, as well as multiple closed doors. So yeah, your assumption is that they are staying either in one of these rooms or they are somewhere upstairs. But outside of that, this inn seems to be rather abandoned, in the sense that it is kind of large but rather empty. Excuse me. Um, the hunter that you came in to visit does not seem to even notice you as you enter into the establishment. Uh, you would think he's trying to find gold at the end of the pint glass.
Clea will walk up to the hunter, and she's going to pull a couple of silver out of her belt pouch and toss it on the counter, and remark, "You seem to be running a bit dry there, friend. Perhaps we can trade for something of value."
He's gonna see that couple of silver come onto the table. He doesn't think twice about it as you see him take that glass and he finishes it back. Friend indeed, that buys me a drink. What can I do for you, partner? And he's gonna scoop that silver up, and you'll see his hand going there as he's waving over the local keep.
You mentioned a cave that you had seen that was you said that there was something in or at the cave. I find this very interesting because of all of the people here that were complaining, you were the only one to cite an actual threat instead of an event. Perhaps you could tell me more?
As you ask him about it, you can almost see him go white as a ghost. I mean, you're worried he might pass out. You see the color leave his face as the thoughts, the memories come back to him. And he sets the glass down slowly on the table. And he starts almost trying to gather himself, you think. They all think I'm a drunk. I know what I saw.
Oh, and pray tell, what is that?
Go ahead and give me a diplomacy check.
Okay.
Anyone want to aid another?
I can
Okay.
attempt to assist.
Yeah, I'll attempt it. I ain't very good at it.
Hey man, you just need to get a 10 to aid another.
Yay, I got my 10. Literally, exactly 10.
Nice.
You guys notice that this man is kind of seeming hesitant to continue, despite the fact that he was talking earlier, and so you take this opportunity to kind of help coax him along. Hey, man, it's fine, it's fine. Suddenly he busts out sobbing, just uncontrollably in tears, crying. His eyes. He tries to tell you guys it killed him. It killed him. It killed my best friend. It's almost impossible to understand him as he starts to continue, but from the best that you guys can gather in between the uncontrollable sobs, he saw some sort of white furred creature. He's referring to it as a polar bear, but that doesn't make any damn sense for the area that you guys are in. And he's swearing that this polar bear killed a friend of his while they were out hunting. You think again he's controlling so, or he's crying so uncontrollably at this point at the table, in a hysterical sob. It's kind of hard to understand him, but you're pretty sure that's what he's saying.
Does polar bear walk on all fours, or did it walk on 2 feet?
I'll say, where is this cave?
He will, after a series of minutes trying to explain to you both, you will gather the fact that it appears to have been walking on 2 feet most of the time, and that the cave is just southwest of here, probably about a couple hours travel, and that you have to just swing a right off the road once you get to a certain big rock, and you won't have to go too far past that to hit the spot, and it's just within a hill.
Clea's going to go ahead and pull out a chalkboard from her pack and write that information down.
Awesome. The man at this point kind of seems to almost not being paying attention to you anymore. He's quite drunk and is just sobbing. There's snot coming down his face, and He almost seems to have forgotten that he was talking to you in the first place. The bartender, you notice specifically, is ignoring this almost entirely, as if maybe she's been listening to it for a while anyhow.
Okay, that bartender was waved down for 2 drinks for that man.
Clea is going to, for lack of a better description, cringe at the sobbing of the man at the bar and make an attempt to quietly step away and walk back towards the door. Something about the noise bothers her.
Sure enough, that man is so lost in his own sorrows that he will not see the 3 of you depart. But you now have an idea of where you could look to see whether or not this is the claims of a drunk, or if there's something to it. However, you do get the impression that you might want to talk to the others first. I mean, he did claim that someone supposedly died, if there's any truth to it. And with that, we will go on to the next of the group. Let's go with you, Oz. Where was it that you said you wanted to go?
I'm heading to church.
You are going to the temple.
No, he's got to fucking praise sin away real quick.
Yeah, right.
Alright, Oz. As you walk into the temple, you will see a rather large statue that seems to pay homage to the god Aristil. However, there are several smaller, much smaller statues of other gods are built around the temple. There's a, much older woman that happens to be standing back near the end of the temple around a desk, much more like she probably helps provide temple services. But there is a older gentleman walking the grounds that you get the impression is some sort of clergy.
I approach the gentleman.
Okay.
Since he's, walking the grounds.
Absolutely.
If he's the first for me to see.
Yeah, he would be.
Okay. Excuse me. Do you work here? I see it's to Aristil.
As you approach him, you realize he's working with a couple of others. There is a young mother with her daughter there. As you approach, it's pretty obvious to tell that the child doesn't seem to have slept in days. They look exhausted. There's giant bags under their eyes, which immediately stands out on a child. It's, you get kind of used to it in an adult, but it's just a stark observation in a kid sometimes. And the man that you walk up to speak to is holding up some prayer beads and whispering some sort of incantation. As you approach, the mother almost seems embarrassed by you seeing them. And the man, noticing you begin to speak to him, will nod to you politely and continue for just a moment before the mother thanks him and leaves with her child. He'll turn to you.
Does the child look like they have non-lethal damage?
They just look tired. They look like they haven't slept in a while. If anything, they just look fatigued.
Oh, okay. Okay. I can't cure fatigue. Alright. Apologies for the intrusion. I say once the woman and child leave.
There's no intrusion. It's the fourth child this week, sadly. Different families, different houses. Oh, one on the
Elements,
east,
if you do not mind.
one on the sawmill, and one by old Mother Theoden's, and all the same dream. What is that, you ask?
The elements that they are suffering.
He nods and he says, "It's all the same dream. They all complain of a pale woman at their window. I think it must be the heat getting to him. You know, this is just how children die."
Yes, well, it is always wise to seek wisdom from all sources, no matter age. You said they say a white woman within their window, and which places once again?
And as you're talking, you hear the woman behind the counter speak up, and she goes, "I don't think it's the hate." And the older man in front of you kind of seems to just waver off, doesn't even say anything in response. He says, "They're different houses. One on the east road, one by the sawmill, and another one over by old Mother Theodora's."
Old Mother Theodore's. Oh, yes. Alright. I first came here to inquisite you of the dead. Has there been any recent?
Any recent dead?
Yes.
Well, I guess a few been complaining about a lot of dead crops, but yeah, she.
No missing persons, no corpses of any note.
I guess there have been a few people saying that they haven't heard from some of their relatives out in the further stretches of the border wood, but you know, sometimes the post road just takes some time. They get a little impatient.
Thank you. I appreciate your services. I'm going to talk to the woman over there about a few things, if you do not mind.
Blessings of the down guard on you.
Likewise. As I give a polite bow.
He kind of nods and goes, "My name's Eldest Offender. If you need anything else, I'm here for you."
I appreciate your assistance, Eldest.
As you make your way over to the other, you see it's a woman, probably about the same age as the gentleman you were speaking to vaguely. Graying hair. She's manning the desk though, and she seems almost surprised to see you walking up to her, almost as if she's used to playing second fiddle. "What can I do for you?"
Greetings, lady, and I, ask.
Ask what?
Her name. I, have my hand out as in, your name.
Ah, you can call me Sarita. You handsome?
You were saying something that you believe you don't think it is the summer heat. It makes me inquisitive. What do you mean?
Well, honestly, I guess I don't right now, but I just don't agree with Nathaniel. She kind of gestures her head, and even though he introduced himself as the elder, you get the impression he must be Nathaniel. I think kids know a heck of a lot more than he likes to let on sometimes. He ain't always a big fan of the kids, you see. I don't
Hmm.
right know what them kids is seeing, but I don't think it's just the heat.
It's good to protect our young and to ensure their honesties. Do you know what they speak of in particular? Nathaniel was saying about a woman in a window, a white woman.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's the dangest thing. They claim this little old lady, not more than about an inch tall, just keeps tapping on their window at night, trying to ask to be let in. None of them have.
Oh dear. That is very good. They should never allow strangers in. Also, do tell them to never give their name or greetings to such foul creatures.
Hmm. Yes, Nathaniel, he just says that they're made up and it's all in their head, but we've been out here long enough. I think he should know better than that, frankly. Some folk, they just rather believe there ain't nothing scary out there. I think it helps them sleep better at night.
Oh, I could assure there is much that is scary that lives out there.
She kind of
But thank you kindly.
nods her head solemnly for a moment and looks over you and she says, y'all managed to do something about that. You need anything, you just come back here. We'll try to heal you up good. We take care of our own, you hear?
I appreciate the kindness. Do keep an eye on those of the young to make sure that if anything else occurs of the strange, that they be sure to tell their parents and yourselves and not to interact.
She kind of
And I'll take
nods.
my leave.
She takes her hand and she shakes your hand in both of hers before she lets you go. And she says, you you're a good man. I hope you know you're a good man. And with that, we will make our way over to Nambu. And who was it that was coming with Nambu?
The
The door.
dynamic
Talk to the farmer.
Yes, it was me, Tetset, and Nimble.
Okay. You
the
guys
dynamic duo.
are gonna make your way on over. You'll have noticed that that farmer was making their way over to the east side of town, where anyone who had rode in on a horse would be familiar with, is that as there is a stable. And let me see. Oh, they're there.
Is this where the caravan would have dropped us off?
Um, if you were riding in a carriage, not only is this the place that likely would have dropped you off, but also if you wanted to buy a wagon or a carriage, this is most likely the location that you would go to, as Nambu and Hetseth realize as they are passing by on their right, they see multiple abandoned wagons and carriages. And I shouldn't necessarily use the word abandoned, but just unhitched would probably be a better word. The farmer that you had saw bickering with another in the town square is now hard at work in their stables. They are taking some hay from a wagon in the square there, and they are taking it over to the horses and are loading up the horses' food. And they don't even notice the two of you as you approach. You get closer, you notice this is a female. Clearly has lived a life of farming just based off of the callus alone on their hands and their stature and the way that they work and the ease with which they seem to be moving this hay.
I'm not great with people. I'm going to say that now. I'm very terrible with people.
This will be amazing. You human, you've said something about your crops. Tell me what happened to them.
She's gonna look at you kind of odd. Obviously, she is a human, but she isn't exactly used to being referred to as such. She looks at you. You talking about old Farmer Henderson? That some bitch stole half my crops over the last week.
What the fuck is Henderson? What do you mean? What do you mean?
Henderson, he owns a farm plot next to mine. I know that son of a bitch is the one who took half my damn crops. My whole field looked like it got looted by a fucking platoon.
So your crops simply disappeared. Looted, as you said.
They didn't just simply disappear. I know that son of a bitch Henderson is behind it, and I done told I own you just as good.
So now we gotta go find this some bitch Henderson is what I'm hearing.
We could. I'll start to whisper to Nembu. Or it's just wild animals that have been plundering that field.
Do you have
Either
any
way.
proof that Henderson, that some bitch, took your crops?
He kind of looks at you and says, "You must be new to town. Anybody that knows Henderson knows that he's a no-good, double-dealing son of a bitch." If my crops are missing, that son of a bitch did it.
Awesome. So we got find that son's a bitch.
Fine. I'll walk
I don't know.
upstairs.
Yeah.
But I'm guaranteeing you this is nothing but wildlife taking.
Look, we'll just stop where the crops were and take a little look before we go talk to that some bitch Henderson.
Hello.
Can you point us towards where your crops were taken?
So they'll give you a general explanation of where the farm is, and it's just outside of town. It doesn't take y'all more than 15, 20 minutes to make your way over in that direction to where this specific plot was. And go ahead and give me some survival checks.
Oh, great. I'm amazing at that. You know what? I guidance first.
Don't worry, I got us.
You got us?
I got us.
Well, I could have guidance you, but sure, I'll guidance myself instead.
No, you called
that ain't
guidance.
another-
You called guidance. I'll call. I'm cool with that. So
Okay.
guidance
Oh,
is
okay.
just a +2, right?
It's a +1.
Plus
Competence bonus.
+1. Okay.
I'm
So
not competent at all.
So we'll call it a 20. You happen to notice that there are definitely tracks in this field. It definitely was not one man. It actually is difficult to tell just how many people were involved in taking these crops, but you know for a fact it was not one man. It was not even a handful of men. There was a collective,
platoon.
a group, so to speak.
The tracks are human.
Yeah, they definitely appear to be human.
That some bitch Henderson had a fucking gang with him. That's what I heard. Mm-hmm.
Or a different tribe of human is stealing from this one.
Well, maybe. Fair enough. I don't know. That some bitch Henderson always up to no good from what I heard from that woman. I'm just gonna say it.
Would you guys?
Some bitch.
You are very naive, my friend.
So
But let's go.
as you guys kind of look up from the tracks, they had told you that Henderson's farm was, the connecting border of their land, and as you look over in the direction they had mentioned, you can see where that farm is. So if you'd like to make your way out there, I mean, you certainly are free to go question him.
Yeah, let's go question him since Nimbu insists on it.
Well, he's a some bitch from what I heard.
Yeah, and
The way she says some bitch.
You are far too naive.
No, I thought it was funny how she said some bitch.
Rose, I love her. I love this.
So as you make your way over to the farm, seems like a pretty well kept farm. The animals look real healthy. Most of the crops look completely untouched, which immediately does start to make you wonder. I mean, this land is connected, and their
Some
food
bitch did it.
doesn't seem touched. It's a little bit odd. And you go in, and sure enough, he's sitting there working with a couple of the animals, maybe trying to either train one of his animals or break a wild horse. You're not quite sure. He pays you half a mind as you try to talk to him. Mostly he just says, "The hell you doing on my land?"
I got this. Let me handle this. You must be the some bitch Henderson. Is that how she said it? Yeah, that's how she said it. Is that
That's
you?
what she said, yes.
Yeah, that is exactly what she said, yes.
He
Is that
will
you?
immediately stop paying attention to the horse, look at you, and go, "You must be sent by that bitch Sophia."
I like the way you said bitch. Perhaps we came to look at some crops that were taken, and she was very certain that you, I quote, some bitch took.
I tell you what, I tell you the same thing I told her. I run a respectable farm, as I have my whole family, as did my granddaddy, as did his granddaddy. And I don't take kindly to the disrespect saying I done went around stealing some shit that I didn't steal. It ain't my fault she can't grow no goddamn crops. And I don't take kindly to try to say that I'm the one that took some. Now, you want to look around my farm and make sure that yourself? I'll give you about 10 minutes. And I look in 20 minutes and you on my farm, I'm going to get my gun. How's that sound?
Oh, okay, hold it. Okay. How about we split it down the middle, 15, right? We did check. I ain't calling you a son bitch. That's what she called you. She called you a son bitch, right? That bitch called you a son bitch. That's it, So we already looked over there. We saw a couple, footprints and such. Would you mind if I could compare your shoe print to any of those prints over there?
So go ahead and give me a perception check. This perception check is both going to allow that, and it is also going to include, and this could be for both of you, your investigation of the farm as a total.
Wow, you have a crazy high.
I have a high-ass modifier. I can't roll shit.
So
Yeah, guidance can't say this.
you're able to tell at the very least that it's very unclear if his foot would have been one of the feet that left a track. However, you're looking at the total farm and you're going around and you're trying to figure out whether or not this food is hidden somewhere. And he's not letting you in everywhere, but he is kind of giving you the freedom to peek through a bunch of windows, and most of these rooms seem to have windows. And honestly, you can't imagine where the hell he'd be hiding all of these people that would have been necessary to do this, let alone the food.
Mhm. So if he is part of the stealing, then he has co-conspirators in the town.
It's a possibility.
All I'm saying is, she called him some bitch, and he ain't been a son bitch to me. I don't know. I ain't seen nothing here.
Yeah. This was unfruitful, unfortunately. Let's go back
I don't
meet
like
the
fruit.
others.
And
You don't like fruits.
No.
with that,
You're a monkey.
just to make
That's-
sure, everybody has had a chance to go so far, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect. So at that point, you all have went on your separate ways. You have had an opportunity to investigate your different leads, and as the night starts to grow later and the sun is starting to set, you find yourselves. Oops, which one am I forgetting here? Yeah, Cleo, Conrad,
I can't see.
Bamboo. Yep, there we go.
Monkey.
As the sun is starting to set in the horizon, the day is starting to come to a close. You guys find yourselves back in the Silver Stoat, this time as a party, and this time you will find the individuals all emblazoned with that golden scorpion somewhere on their outfits or on their jewelry, all sitting to the table. Giant fire in the middles of them. A couple of the other people that you saw in town also sitting around the table, and they are all enjoying what appears to be a meal. Some sort of meat. Not quite sure what. And Yuln will see you all as you enter, and you will see what could not be described any better than relief. At the start of today, he felt great distress, and he had entrusted his concerns into the whole hands of a few strangers, and they have actually walked back through the door. He will immediately call out to the bartender to bring more plates for all of you. As you sit at the table to talk to him, you will begin to be served.
Some bitch Henderson.
Tell me what it is that you saw while you were out.
I'm curious about this son of a bitch Henderson.
Not
Tell us
son of
more,
a
Monkey
bitch.
Man.
Some bitch Henderson.
Some bitch.
Some bitch. Yes. What was that? What was the other farmer's name? Who was the bitch again? What was
Sophia.
her name? Yeah, that bitch Sophia blamed that some bitch Henderson for stealing some crops. Ultimately, I mean, we just found a whole bunch of tracks and didn't really find anything if that some bitch Henderson had anything to do with it or not. But I don't know. I like the way she said some bitch.
One thing you do know for a fact
Was-
is that if he did have anything to do with it, they sure should come onto his property to do so, because there definitely weren't any tracks like there were on her property.
Yeah, I'd say he's pretty fairly innocent.
If
But
anything,
some bitch Henderson.
the tracks did seem to be going off further into the border wood, if anything.
Clea will tilt her head and say, "What kind of tracks?
Humans.
In which direction were they traveling?"
The border woods.
Yeah, the woods. Yeah. I She paid attention to that. I was more so worried about the
Do you
song.
know which direction that is? I don't know local geography very well.
Be
That way.
southwest.
Is that the southern border woods?
Southwest. Interesting. We spoke with the hunter regarding what he had seen, and he mentioned seeing a monster with white fur in a cave to the southwest of town. And we got directions to the cave. Purportedly, we have not gone to check and see if it's actually there. He may have just been drunk after all.
He did say it was a polar bear that was on 2 feet, so
I trust him with
Interesting.
my life. I trust him with my life.
Well, the priest has spoken of some children who's been seeing tiny white women knocking on their windows. They are located at the sawmill, the East Road, and others, an old Mother Theodore's home. And I'm wondering if we're dealing with a Fae scenario.
Hmm. Yuln gives you every impression of a seasoned warrior. For as little as you know about him, if you had to pick a stranger at your back in combat, this is a man that you wouldn't have a hard time rolling the dice on. And yet, when you mention tiny little women at the window, he seems so incredibly uncomfortable. The way that he clutches on to the handle of his tankard, the rigidness of every single muscle in his body tells you that this is not a phrase that he's unfamiliar with, Oz.
It's Fae fuckery, isn't it? He shakes his head.
What's fuckery of phase?
Bad luck, misfortune.
Oh, I
misery.
know all about that. Wait, that's
Evil
phase?
magics. They're very fun in some degrees.
You telling me them some bitch phase are the one that caused me to lose my gambling? Them motherfuckers.
But we don't know entirely yet. Please, Ulfen, may you regale us?
You'll notice specifically as you guys have this conversation that the noblewoman and the other guard next to him almost seem as though they either just don't want to be a part of the conversation or they just think that this is all local nonsense. Myth or fable or just below their pay grade, perhaps. Overall, whatever it is, you notice that the other two of them at the table seem not only disinterested, but almost just completely apathetic to the matter at hand. Yulna, however, will elaborate and say, I fear. I fear to say the thoughts I think are true. But he's going to look back to the drunk that you had spoke to earlier in this same tavern, who now is passed out at that same table with which you were speaking to him at, drool across the table, kind of dripping off onto the floor. Clearly he has been knocked out for a couple of hours, and he is in a rather deep slumber. As Yuln continues, whether he tells the truth, I think, decides things. He's quiet for a moment before he says, he's going to reach in to the pouch and he's going to take out an extra 20 gold and push it towards the party as a bonus for how well they've did today. And say, I know it is big to ask, but by morrow we are gone. It'd be too risky to ask you to check the cave tonight. But tomorrow, please, go and see if these are the ramblings of a drunk band. If not, find out what is going on. And at that,
I do not.
you get the impression that he's kind of just putting all of the hope in the world at you. As you see the desperation that you saw on the crowd in the town square this time on his face. Go ahead, Anna.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I do not fear the dark of night. And if we adventure now, I think we would have the advantage, especially if the prey is sleeping. Simply slicing his throat is much easier than facing it face to face.
That's crazy. I reach for the gold. That's crazy. Yeah.
I reach for the monkey's paws. Completely crazy.
What the fuck? Nah, I'm down. She's my ride. She goes, I gotta go, you know?
Okay.
Personally, the night holds no particular concern for me. I am fine with setting out this evening. If anything, I would prefer fighting at night.
I'm a pampered bitch. If anything, just give me my nightlight. Any of you have a torch? I look to
I
Ulfen.
have several.
Someone's prepared, because I know the fuck I'm not.
Got torches as well.
I got a couple.
Ah, excellent. I need something to cast the light spell on.
You have a vague idea of where that you are going, but it is nighttime. You do have directions that you can follow. Whoever would like to attempt to lead the party on that, or if anyone wants to aid, any of you can feel free to roll your survival checks now.
I ask if they have a map that would lead us.
I do not have a
Well,
map, but I do have written directions that are recorded from the hunter.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, but
Don't worry. I know where I'm going. Don't worry. I know where I'm going.
I was targeting
Shit.
Clea. With
Hmm.
it.
You got an 18 for survival.
I have a -3 for survival. I am not rolling survival. I am giving directions, letting someone else lead.
Would you like to pick someone else, Tetseth?
Yeah, I guess I'll take, I don't know, the ranger. He's a ranger.
Me, Conrad.
That does seem like the wise choice.
That's fine. Okay.
Let's go, human supremacy.
I know what I'm doing. You can trust me. You don't need to worry. I can guide us. It's okay.
I'll trust the hunter over the hunted.
Conrad, the only one with the actual predator instincts.
And
for
you predator instincts.
a little-
none of us are priests, so there's only one predator here. Sorry.
Yeah, oh, yeah, sure. It's a good thing I'm a sorcerer.
So, you guys aren't exactly how long this adventure is going to take setting out, as you're really just going off some very, very crude elementary version of directions that isn't very distance specific. You really don't know how long you're going to be out for as you head out into the night. And turns out to not be that short of a trip. You first head west out of town, and you're walking for a while following along the road, which is generally all you have to do, thankfully, for quite a while at least. However, it is a bit of a distance. Let me step my foot. And being
Out of
summer,
curiosity, who here does not have dark vision?
Me, I have the light spell.
That would be me.
I have low light. Don't worry.
But not dark vision. Okay.
Negative ghost.
I don't even have low light, so I'll have to use the torch.
Okay.
Fucking check out the human.
well, I'll tell you what. High or low toxic?
Oh, hi. I'm always a high roller.
Oh,
Well, good choice.
So it happens to be bright enough tonight that you have your low light vision just from the moon.
Yo, let's go. No torches
Oh.
needed. For me.
I know what I'm about. I'm a gambler.
So, as you guys are making your way, it does take you a couple of hours, but you do so pretty safely. You're walking not along a river, but not too far from one. And this is a heavily forest area, so I mean, you're hearing all of the common sounds of the night, and for those familiar with it, it's a very calming, very relaxing sound. Those that are familiar with the forest know that it's its most dangerous, actually, when nothing makes noise. And so you find a bit of company, a bit of peace as you guys make your way. And sure enough, eventually, as you're following that road, you find this uniquely shaped, very large stone that seems to be a bit of a milestone. And if that was not enough, the road, as much as it does truly stop being a road for sure, it still has a bit of a worn path. You can still see that this has been traversed. At least as you start to get into the woods. As you start to get in the woods, it falls off. But you get the impression maybe this is like a common hunting path, or that for one reason or another, some people use this neck of the woods to travel or to hunt or something. And go ahead and give me a perception check. Anybody who would actually be looking for, anything out in the wood as you guys travel.
I will go ahead and
much
make a
that.
perception check.
I think that would be pretty much everyone.
I was like, that's all the animals here.
That is a
Pretty
really
sure
bad
they're all
roll.
loud as fuck.
I always leave it
Oh
up to
my
everybody.
god. Oh my god. How? How do I do this? I have +7. Fuck sake, I can't roll double digits perception to save my ass.
I think we had one good roll out of 6 people.
The one good roll was high or low. And I was like, yeah, fuck it, let's go high. Because I'm like, oh, fuck's sakes. +7. Oh, you get a 9.
Okay.
My
so-
Fucking died. I'm loving it.
I love having a -1 to perception.
and having the highest roll.
Yeah, you should have the highest
Having
roll.
the highest.
I tell everybody.
Alright, so we all aided another. Oh.
Every time, like, it doesn't matter what your negative is, like, just give it a shot. So the whole party is traveling. They're going through the forest, and Tetsith, you notice the whole party has just walked right by something that feels so obvious to you, and it surprises you. You stop in your tracks, and you call out for them to stop as you lean down and you investigate it further. You realize you must be getting close. Yes. Whatever you're
What did I
looking
find?
at here is a track that is certainly abnormal. It's a large paw, but definitely seems bipedal. You
I'll
don't
call out
necessarily
to-
you don't necessarily disagree that it almost does kind of look like a polar bear's paw, other than the fact that it's walking on two.
Mhm. Any chance you might be able to recognize these tracks, Conrad?
You can try a
I
survival
What would I
check.
think
need to
all
roll
right.
for that?
Anybody who would like to take a crack at analyzing the tracks deeper can do a survival check.
I'm definitely guidance on Conrad since I called out specifically to him.
Oh,
Don't
Well,
worry, I got this.
I rolled terrible on that.
Don't worry, I got this. Shit, man.
low wisdom, let's go.
Nambu's just
Well,
getting rid of all of his bad rolls for the entire campaign on
Coming
session
in
0.
clutch
Brother,
with
it
the
just began.
-3 wisdom.
I have fucking
The
high
sad
wisdom,
part is
too.
it rolled off the 20 onto the 2 when I got mine.
Oh,
Midnight,
thankfully,
you,
someone can fucking see.
or I guess I should say Clea, would notice that to the best of her abilities, based off of the stride, the way that it's walking, the shape of the foot, it's you're not sure this is what it is, but it almost kind of looks like maybe like a Bigfoot.
Well, I tell you right now, that footprint don't look like that some bitch Henderson's. Mm-hmm.
Thank you for your
Relative of
insight,
yours,
Lincoln.
Monkey Man?
No, it's just the farmer. That some bitch.
The tracks seem to be some kind of very large monkey, so I had to ask.
That's kind of fucked up to assume that we all know each other. I don't
I
even
mean, don't
speak
most-
monkey. Fucking speak monkey, man. Fucking relative. Shit, maybe. I don't know.
I suggest all of you prep your buttholes. Because we might get fucked.
You might get fucked. Yeah.
I'll-
There's a
I'll
lot of
pull up.
trees out here for me to get out.
I'll pull out my spear just in case.
Same, I'm gonna pull out my bow.
Okay. Well, as
Clea
you
will go ahead and continue unarmed.
start to get closer, you can tell, and there are some very obvious signs. The first of which is more and more blood, to the point that it becomes a smeared trail that you can literally just walk along. And as you reach the mouth of a hill, you find exactly what had been described to by the farmer, which is, wait 1 second to do two things here. Oops. Okay, I'm gonna have to do two things. A small hill with a opening on the inside of it that lets into a tiny cave. You guys might have lost vision there for just a second, but that's just because I didn't necessarily pretend on doing this at night before, so I'm doing a little modification. Give me 1 second.
I am still looking at the inn. Or tavern, rather.
Same.
Likewise.
Yes, we all just chilling here.
Yeah, that is.
We have not been pulled into the scene yet.
correct. I was just doing
Yeah,
a
we've
little
been
mass modification and ba-doom.
Oh, good heavens.
Should all be in now, right? Yes, no.
Ah.
Yep.
Yes.
I don't like my starting position.
I don't like where I'm looking at right now.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are
Yeah.
free to change starting positions. That's okay. I just slapped you on the map. I didn't
Someone
anticipate
get in front of me.
doing it as a nighttime map, which I'm totally cool with. I just should have prepared a different light. I decided to do that real quick. So it took a second. So yeah, you guys are approaching, and you're seeing this mouth of the cave, and you're starting to hear what at best comes out as like a almost like a breathing, an exhale, perhaps. You're unsure. There's definitely some sort of noise coming from within, and like I said, you can see a clear path of blood dragging into the cave. Anyone that has dark vision would even more clearly see that there are pools of blood and that the much of the cave floor seems slick with it.
Let's go low light vision. Allows you to actually see
Yeah,
details.
I can't see shit with low light. Let's go.
Tetset has a slight smile at the sight of blood.
You are a freak, aren't
Yeah.
you?
I technically can't see shit.
Stell will draw her weapons.
Yeah, so to be clear, the low light people can see because of the moonlight, but specifically within the cave, you are having a very hard time seeing much of anything. There's no moonlight to assist you.
Could I throw that torch that we lit in there?
Absolutely, if you want to.
I think we should knock first. I think that's kind of an asshole move.
I think the element of surprise would be advantageous here.
Indeed.
I say do whatever you want.
I agree with the gray skin.
Ew.
I think whatever this is has done more than enough harm already to justify using violence at the outset.
I gotta.
Now, I will ask, is anybody who wants to approach this cave doing so stealthily to begin?
Yes.
Are you just going in as a group?
Yes, I would.
What is the strategy here?
My strategy is to be protected by the meatbags. I mean, allies near me.
I intend to be very not stealthy.
Oh,
Well,
look, I'm
also continuously keeping, if the ranger allows it, the light spell on his weapon.
I just exist, really.
One thing that I notice, obviously everyone right now is rolling their own initiative. I'm a-okay with that if that's what you guys prefer. I will shout out that there is a ability for me to hit one single button and it will roll initiative for everybody that is going to be involved in the combat.
oh, that's cool.
If that is something that you guys are interested in using, I will absolutely do it. If not, and you clicky clack like the button, I'm totally cool with that too.
I'm a dice goblin. I like my math rocks.
As am I.
I
My only I do have a request that I have clear a clear straight line between me and the target.
You do.
I just mean no one stand in front of me or it will end badly.
I'm just sitting on the. I just ride the knoll, man. Where she goes, I guess I go.
I keep myself firmly in the back of the party, but not the back, the second to back. You never want to be the last person, just in case you get jumped.
True.
Well, we will start it off in terms of turn order. So before I actually take it to whether I consider it a surprise round or not, I'll ask you, Mr. D. Scott, remind me your character's name. Conrad. Conrad, remind me.
Conrad.
Are you starting in stealth or no?
Yes,
Okay, go
I
ahead and
would
give
be
me a.
starting with stealth since he's got
Go ahead.
light cast on my bow. It's going to probably be a little hard to do that, but we'll give it a shot.
It is what it is.
Go ahead and give
Get
me.
With my
fucked.
It's the light, man. We blame the light.
Damn.
10.
Okay, so Conrad, as you try to creep closer so you can get vision, you're going to hear come from the cave as suddenly a creature is charging for you. And you don't see him necessarily, but you are close enough, and the sound is close enough that you can take a hopeful shot. He's going to have just partial coverage, so go ahead and roll a d100 for me first. As long as you roll within 80%, you'll go ahead and get your chance to actually take a shot at him. Absolutely. All right, go ahead and roll your attack roll, just like a normal attack, if that's what you would like to do with your action.
Ping.
I don't think I hit.
Mm,
Nope.
no, even
Hey, potential
flat-footed.
flat-footed.
So, yeah, if you are you familiar with 1E D Scott? I don't remember.
Am I familiar with what?
1E, like, are you newer to the system or no?
Oh, no. I'm somewhat familiar with 1E.
Okay. So the only reason I ask is just like as a learning experience to anyone that is newer, um, your best chance to actually hit like on a 10 is when it is you getting to attack something before its first turn. Something a lot of people don't know about the system is that when you attack something before its first turn, you get to hit its flat-footed AC, which is lower than its actual AC. So if you were gonna hit on a 10, that is the time. Sadly, in this case, that is still not the case. You can't even see your target. You're firing into the black. You hear this roar and you know it's close, and you can hear the footsteps getting closer, but you're still firing into the black. Honestly, you don't even know whether you connect, but you hear the rattle of the arrow as it clacks off into the cave, and you assume you did not. And we will go on to Krazel.
Did you
This.
hit it, son?
Oh, I gotta actually hit
I will
begin encounter.
cast.
And there we go.
I will cast a spell on myself.
And this is not going to be considered a surprise, so you are around, so you have your full action.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll cast Divine Favor, and then uh, I'll move up to here,
Okay.
and that'll be my turn.
Yeah, fucking safe. Psycho.
If you are unfamiliar, top right, you can see the combat encounters. You click on that, and then at the bottom right, you'll be able to hit when you want to end your turn. Perfect.
Yep.
As you step forward, you will feel the ground shaking as the large creature steps out from the cave. And you do see, in fact, what almost appears to be a polar bear on 2 feet. That is, if a polar bear had giant horns, the creature standing in front of you is very much like a Bigfoot. The biggest difference is the fur is thicker and white, and even the moment that it starts to step out, it sticks out like a sore thumb in this environment, both in appearance and the fact that you can feel its unhappiness being here. There's almost a fatigue to the creature, which you can imagine just looking at the mass of it, the thickness of the fur. You can't imagine how heavy it must feel to be that creature, as it will take a swipe. And you can see that exhaustion in its movements. Sure, it powered forward, but even as it begins to actually lash out, you can see that this is a creature that is lashing out as much as an aggression as it is in a pathetic attempt to defend itself in an environment it's not made for.
Are we the assholes?
Block the attack.
All right then. My turn?
Yes.
Okay. Well, Clea is going to extend her arm, expending a swift action to conjure a large, shadowy greatsword into her hands.
Very nice.
Lifting the greatsword, she is immediately going to perform a charge maneuver against the creature.
Okay.
So that would be a plus... How much? There's a +2 to hit, and a -2 AC for for the following turn. So here, I'm not actually sure how to handle charging on.
You just roll in it. I mean, when you go to do the attack, it'll ask if there's any like extra bonuses you'd like to throw in, and you can just put a 2 there. But otherwise, even if you forget, just shout it out. I can do math.
Okay. Go ahead and target. And then...
I learned 2 + 2 when I was about 24, so I'm pretty good at it now.
Better than me, buddy.
So check bonus would be 2. No damage bonus. Okay. So that's going to be a 20.
Nice. As a side note, if you want to get with me later, if you think charging is something that you are going to think about a lot and you want to make that easier on yourself, what we can do later is we can set up a conditional buff for your character in the buffs column on your character sheet that will literally apply the changes of -2 AC and +2 to your hit. So you literally just click that whenever it's active, and you won't even have to think about it beyond that. As long as you
that would be
keep
nice,
remembering when to talk.
Let's go, boys.
Yeah, no, that would be good.
If I'm not mistaken, it's already built in.
Is it for charge?
Charges. Let's check here.
I don't see it.
Yeah, so when you do your attack, it's under miscellaneous as charge.
Oh, you just gotta do
Oh,
a check.
really?
There you go.
Yeah, it's just a checkbox.
Irregardless,
Oh, okay.
you charge forward, and this creature, you already noticed as you were coming up that it was moving in a very slow, predictable fashion. And so you see a clear opening, and you come in right under that right arm, and you come in right under its armpit, and you take a clear strike, and you see the limb kind of go limp as you sever a major muscle there. But it does not go down. Yeah. The
All right,
pain.
and
Go ahead.
in my turn. There we go. I was looking for the end turn button. I'm used to the 2E interface.
Are we
Yeah,
the
I
bad
get that.
guys?
Oh, I love the joy of the hunt. All right. Well, I already targeted him, so it's gonna be a Buddha's Eye. And I'm using my once per day ability to add an additional penalty. And since I already have Evil Eye, there's also an additional penalty. So that's 3 penalties to him. So that's going to be a -2 to his attack rolls, a -2 to his AC, and a -2 on every saving throw he makes. He has to make a will save. If he fails, he's going to be affected for 7 rounds. If he succeeds, he's going to be affected for 1 round.
Okay.
I think we are the bad guys. That's kind of fucked up. That's kind of fucked up.
I mean, I'm lawful evil. I don't know about the
So-
rest of you lot.
So he's affected by all those penalties for 1 round. That is fantastic. Now he's within 30 feet of me, so I'll start cackling.
Okay.
He's
Let's go,
affected for
Carol.
he's
We
affected
are the
for an
bad people.
additional round, so it's 2 rounds duration. And that will be my turn.
Awesome.
Love it.
It's basically just a -2 to just about everything, right? Yeah.
Just about everything. -2 on attack, AC, and saving throws.
Oh,
Alright.
good. The saves.
All right.
Alright, I cast on myself as a standard action the spell Snapdragon Fireworks. Actually requires a target. You?
Whoever you're fighting, this man's trying to fucking set off the 4th of July.
Damn straight.
Check me
so
out,
I cast
me
on
out.
myself, and as a move action, I launch a firework, and it has a reflex save that you must make. And because it is a spell that is a buff on me, success. So you take half damage, I believe. So it didn't roll the damage. Did it roll the damage?
Doesn't look like it. Let's see.
Nope, no damage on that.
Alright, take 1 damage, 1 fire damage.
Okay. You know what? I don't even
Unless it's vulnerable, in which case it would be 5 halved for 2 fire damage.
definitely see a lot of that thick fur, especially now matted in a bunch of dirt and grime. It's really not suited for. Kind of just really take flame as a whole batch of fur along its chest catches aflame.
Excellent. And that will be my turn, because standard move. And just to note, because of my bloodline, since it's a transmutation buff on myself, I have my caster level increased by 1, so it lasts 2 rounds instead of 1 round.
Okay.
I get to use it one more time.
Very nice.
But where's the end button?
When you're in the combat encounter, should be bottom right.
Oh, yep, okay. You have to go to the combat.
You
Yeah,
can also
yeah.
right-click it.
You can also click on your portrait at the top.
Mhm.
Oh, really? Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there'll be like a fast forward button in the middle of your portrait.
So, great point there. Some things, I mean, I am still even learning myself. The portrait thing at the top is one of the paid modules that I have through the Ripper 93. That's one of the paid Patreon subscriptions that I have. So, even I am occasionally learning some things. I have about 60 modules on here. So, definitely really appreciate module or shout outs like that, as even I am learning things all the time, 100%. Definitely helps. Go ahead, Nabu. Sorry.
No, you good. I'm just thinking, because it seems like both spots are kind of taken up. I can't really do much instead. Kind of just sitting here. I mean, shit.
So,
I
something
mean,
to consider is I would find
How's
the
acrobatics?
spaces to the left or right of them open enough for you to stand in, and technically the creature is occupying the squares directly in front of both of them, which means you are allowed to attack at a diagonal. So while you may not feel like you can attack, technically I would say you can. So basically, you're just moving up to one of the side positions and attacking diagonally rather than trying to attack directly head on.
so like right.
Exactly.
Exactly. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. So I'm gonna go ahead and say fuck it. And we're gonna use a flurry of blows. So I'm gonna hit this motherfucker with a bip and a bop and twice actually. If it actually will fucking pull up on me, please.
How far did you go from 5 foot or 10 foot? I wasn't actually paying attention where you're.
10 foot. 10 foot. It
So,
was
so
10
you
foot.
won't actually be able to flurry of blows because that was more than a 5 foot step. Flurry of blows is what's considered a full attack action. If you'd only moved 5 feet, then you could do a flurry of blows.
I'm trying to get the thing to pop up right now. I'm having an issue with the thing popping up. I'm not getting the attack to pop up for me real quick. I'm trying to. There we go. Okay. Well, I guess we'll just do a single attack. I got it to pop up finally.
So for your attack, if you go to your character sheet, you go to combat, you can actually drag that unarmed strike you have down into your.
Yeah, I have it in the quick bar. It wasn't popping up. That was the issue. I had to actually open the character sheet. I don't know. Maybe my shit's a little fucking it.
It happens.
So yeah, we're just gonna hit with a regular unarmed strike then. Fuck me. I guess we ain't hitting shit today, huh? We really aren't.
Yeah, as you walk up, you're not really feeling all that great about this, are you, Emily? You're asking yourself.
Like I said, I think we're the big guy. I thought we're the bad guys in this situation.
So you kind of take like a super like half-assedly like, you don't try very hard as you're going up there. We are on back to D. Scott.
All right, I am going to try to shoot at this thing again. I should be able to hopefully hit him this time since I can somewhat see him.
Yes, he is just within the mouth of the entrance now, and so there is an actual moon glow on him. So as long as you have low light vision, you are a-okay. Oh yeah. You see him and you're able to get a clean shot, and you manage to get him just in his lower abdomen. Pop him. And he lets out very agonized, but is not down yet as he lets out some more strangled movements, and that goes on to Krazel.
Well, I will attempt to stab him with my spear.
Oh yeah.
Get a no.
Would you like to describe your kill?
How tall is this thing?
Quite tall. You're looking at a creature that is probably standing about almost twice your height.
Okay.
Not quite,
well,
but almost.
I'm gonna use his leg to kind of jump up on and take my spear and just go like right through the bottom of his chin up through his skull.
Okay. You get yourself a nice little bit of leverage off of his knee, and you lodge it through his skull right up to the top. You can feel where the real resistance comes from as you hit that bone. And it doesn't matter. You've severed so much important shit along the way. He kind of just crumples, and you feel the weight of him slam into you as the bottom of your spear hits into the ground. And you kind of just held there like a man would be holding against a cavalry charge against this dead creature now leaking on top of you.
That's kind of fucked up.
Make sure to take the head on its pike. We might be able to turn it in for some reward.
I mean, I say free food.
Well, I wasn't saying it wasn't.
These things aren't mutually exclusive.
Yeah, I was about to say, it being food and that being fucked up is completely different. It's fucked up how you did it, but food's food.
Yeah, I would definitely take the head to
You
let
are
people know what we found out here.
I cast light on my pen.
okay. You are all awarded your first combat experience that was automatically applied to the sheet. You don't have to do anything, and
Hell yeah.
you make your way into the cave.
I'm
Did,
into
did somebody say they want to take the head?
Yes.
I will
Yes.
fight for that head. I will gamble
can-
for the head. I will
You
fight.
have the head.
Oh,
That brother's thirsty for head.
Look,
Whoever
so you can like hollow it out and wear it.
whoever would like to take it can go ahead and try to harvest it with a survival check.
Don't worry. There's no way I fucked this one up.
Do you want guidance? I offer
Please.
guidance.
Let's
There
get
you
the
go.
ranger to do it.
Okay, I want the guidance if you don't mind to go just a little bit farther here. I feel like you can really give guidance on this subject. Explain to this man how he should cut the head off.
You should start with the jugular first.
You
It's
got a
softer.
24 for survival.
Let's go.
So
That would be 25.
as you get to that jugular, you find they know what they're talking about. You hack right through that soft part of the throat, and not before long, you have within your hands the hanging head of what can only be best described as a fucking yeti in the middle of a forest.
It's definitely going on the wall.
I'm going to take my 20 on a perception check to search the cave. Does anyone want to aid another me, please, and take?
Nox said, "I will also take a 20." As
I wish I could do it.
you look around the cave, you see that seems rather natural. I mean, it doesn't seem magical in any fashion. There are a few
I am using
different...
detect magic as well.
Okay. There are a few different bodies off to the right, seemingly just dragged in along the side of the wall of the cave. Most of them are pretty bare at this point. It's largely bone, a lot of blood. There's some bits of actual man left on them, but not a lot.
Do we find like the face or whatever of the dude that got mauled the other day that the hunter was talking about?
Oh my god, that's fucked up.
Could be. At this point, there's so much damage to the bodies. I mean, you're just fairly certain you're humanoid. I mean, you honestly couldn't even tell if they're human if you're being real. There are
Conrad shopping.
To that point, multiple other types of bones scattered around this cave that probably aren't human. Couple of random animal corpses you can only imagine, where a creature thinking that they were going to get to skirt into the cave for protection and found out that it was already occupied. There is blood amongst most of the floor, and when you attempt to detect magic eyes, you don't notice anything. However, the fight took you guys a little while, as did the traveling, as did the distance. And one thing that you have noticed, and you probably mostly just chalk it up to the fact that it is getting dark, for being honest, at the start, is that it is getting colder. The longer you travel, the colder it started to get, and in fact, at this point, it certainly isn't winter, but it is oddly cold for a summer night as you stand here in this cave.
And how tasty do you think Yeti is?
I don't know. I'm eating it though.
It's probably pretty tough. I mean, it's effectively bear meat.
I'll let you know. I'm eating it.
Does that mean that we should Could we skin it and sell a Yeti skin rug?
Hey, its fur might be worth something. You gotta clean it up.
If you want to skin it first, that's fine by me.
I mean, we did just burn a large chunk of it.
Yeah, we can cut around it though.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely burned the chest. If you would like to try to harvest some fur, you can, but it will be a little bit more difficult. And you did already chop off the head. But I mean, there's still plenty to work with. It's a rather large body here.
This is
We should set up camp for the night. Well, how long did it take
Got
us
a
to get
21
there?
on survival to skin part of it.
It took you guys about 2.5 hours to get out this way.
This
Yeah,
man suggesting
so
that we sleep in a blood-covered cave.
Conrad, you kind of are looking what you have here to work with. They did a pretty good clean job there, cutting off the head. They didn't fuck up the back of the fur there too much. So you definitely don't have anything you can work with on the chest. So you get it laid out about as straight as you can, and you start stripping off the fur along the back of the creature here. You managed to get yourself a pretty nice, fine, pretty large white pelt. Hell of a lot larger than most creatures you get around here, I'll tell you that.
I've slept in worse. I'm going to draw a borderline, though, at the entrance in this blood, as I grab one of the bones to do so.
I am in a party full of freaks. Not you, my wonderful Noel. You're perfectly reasonable.
I'm simply waiting for my turn to take some of the meat.
Listen, I just
Same.
know how to do two things: kill things and keep them that way.
As for the Yeti fur, I threw that into your inventory, Conrad. Who was it that actually took the head? Please remind me.
Conrad cut it off.
Conrad.
Because that was also him. Okay, let me just throw that in
Yeah,
there.
he cut it off.
Yeti.
Can you draw like a red line, the entrance?
You can see my cursor right on, so this is the entrance here.
Right. Can you just go like a little bit further? About right here. And then just draw a red line just going straight across.
Yeah. I don't know if it'll be red.
What does that do? What does that do? What's a line for?
Hey man, this is the indication of our quote-unquote property.
Oh, do we have steps?
Those that
Oh,
must
like-
enter must ask for permission. We have claimed this by right of kill.
I thought it was like if you enter, it's your ass is grass kind of scenario. My bad. I assume we were. My bad.
I fear the Fae.
You? Those motherfuckers been fucking my damn gambling up.
True.
Motherfuckers.
Do what I want.
The
So are we staying in the Yeti cave tonight, or are we going back to town?
I heard we're staying here in the Yeti cave.
It is getting cold on a summer's day. There is talk of Fae at the doors of children's windows, and we've just dealt with a Yeti that is not meant for this climate. We could risk the dark, or we could stay, within it with walls on all sides.
True.
I say we stay here for the night.
Yeah, this spot next to these corpses looks real fucking comfortable.
The
Yeah.
carrion should keep away the smaller game. I mean, after all, a Yeti was predator.
He was a priest. That was a priest Yeti.
I'm sorry, did you say something? I think midnight?
I said I have a tent.
She actually came prepared.
A tent?
Well, a tent's not going to save all of us, so.
Hey man,
I got
It
one
only
How
is
too.
unfortunate.
It depends on the size of the tent, I guess.
It's a
Not
small
superior.
tent.
Here's my
I
back.
got one that'll fit 2 people.
Yeah, I'll dibs. It
I'll,
did.
I'll just sleep on the floor. I got a bedroll.
I too have small tents.
I don't have any bedroll. I don't have a tent.
As a side note, do you guys see the note that I put for?
Yeah,
Yes,
Knox
I
peed
do.
here.
Knox peed here.
I was just sitting there. I was like, "Did you put Knox peed here on the freaking thing?"
Great.
I refuse to let that territory stay marked all night. I will go over there sometime and do it myself. I will pee on it as well.
So if you guys are choosing to set up camp here, I mean, you absolutely can. It is a large enough place to do so. Is someone staying awake to kind of keep guard, so to speak, or is
I guess I
everybody
will,
resting
since
together?
I'm the best. I'm the best around here, so I guess I'll take it. The watch.
I'm a pampered elf bitch. I made my spot, my cozy spot where I is.
I have dark vision again, just for the record.
Absolutely.
You do. I got low light vision. Like, man, it's all right. Don't worry about it. I can
As-
smell and I can hear.
As everybody is trying to get comfortable, you feel the discomfort of being in a still cave in the middle of the wilderness with 5 other strangers that you don't know shit about on ground that's slick in blood. Why doesn't everyone go around and try to share one thing that they think they would share about their character, or something that they would do to bring some levity to the moment, whether it be a joke or whatever they would do to try to find some comfort in the moment. We'll start with
This feels
we'll start with you, Jasmine. I was gonna say we'll start at the top.
this feels just like home. But sleeping in a cave, blood and carrion, and a bunch of strangers that could slit my throat at any time, or have theirs slit.
Was that supposed to be ironic?
I love it. Go ahead, Krazel. What do you got?
Yeah, I guess for me it's kind of like my childhood. We didn't have no fancy beds or fancy tents. We kind of slept on the ground.
So
And
you hear
so
what
I mean,
what Tetseth said, and you're like, yeah, I kind of see that.
yeah, like this don't bother me. I got a sleeping bag, bedroll. That's more than what I'm typically used to having. So, I'm comfortable. I don't need no tent.
Okay, okay. What about you, Nox? You've heard them say like, yeah, I mean, this is kind of normal. I like it.
As I'm fluffing my pillow with my sleeping bag. Oh, I grew up in Sheliax. To be honest, this is a hole in the wall, almost literally. Though the carrion does remind me a bit of Nadal, just less screaming. Pleasant, really.
You are a freak.
Conrad, what do you think of what you've heard so far in this game?
Oh yes, the
as you
only human here.
as you prepare yourself to go to sleep tonight.
My character's just gonna look around and be like, "Well, I'm covered in blood. I've got a fur in my pack, and there's dead things over in the corner. It must be Tuesday."
It's a good day.
It's a day that ends in Y.
Been there, done that.
Clay, what do you
Oh,
think
I
of
do
that
know.
question? Oh, go ahead, Nox.
Oh, I do know. Don't slit my throat. I am the healer. So, yes. Good night.
Thanks for letting me know. That's usually the one to go for first.
Exactly. Wait. Hey, she's my ride, so I kind of have to go with her idea. Sorry.
What do you think of everything?
Well,
What do
you all
think
know
of
which one to
everything?
blame.
Clea does not appear to be paying attention. She's busy fiddling with a small straw doll in her hands. You would think she was sewing something to it, but all she seems to be doing is passing a needle through the joints of the doll while mumbling something to herself absently.
Okay. Um, Would anyone like to try to do a perception check to get a very vague idea of what she's mumbling?
You know what? Yeah, fuck it. I'm nearby. I'll give it a fucking roll.
It's gonna be a high
not
DC.
like I can.
Very high DC.
It's not like I can roll any lower than I've loaded all day. Let's fucking go.
Don't even notice that.
Motherfucking 22.
Okay. Only Nambu.
I won't be pervasive.
So far. Oh. Okay. Only Nambu. Give Nambu a very, very cryptic, vague idea of what he might possibly hear you mumbling.
Clea seems to be mumbling something anatomical, maybe even medical in nature. Something along the lines of the wrist, low blood flow, high, low mortality rate. The elbows restrict movement, and other similar anatomical descriptions, but it's unclear what the context behind what she's saying is.
Am I the only normal one in this fucking cave?
I mean,
Who
you
said
are
you're
a friendly
normal?
monkey in a cave, so that is very normal.
You know, that's kind of.
I mean, this
fucked up.
legit is normal for my character because he's a trapper.
Dog, I got cards
So-
and a pair of dice.
I assure you, this is very normal for Clea.
And finally, Nambu.
This is a little out of the
uh,
ordinary from no.
You've heard the whole party, discussing. What would you like to add in as you try to get comfortable to go to sleep tonight? Especially after you just heard this odd mumbling.
I ain't sleeping tonight. I'm watching, brother. I got my dice and my cards with me. I'm playing my
Can't
own
show-
little
I mean, you're gonna
gambling against myself.
you're gonna be first watch. Do you not plan on sleeping at all tonight?
Brother can't trust these freaks.
Fucking. I'm gonna take the empty spot on my. I'm gonna take the empty spot in the medium tent. With the human, somehow the most trustworthy one. Besides, of course, my wonderful Noel. That's of course.
Clea will go ahead and volunteer to take second watch.
Ash will
Conrad
take
will
last.
volunteer to take third watch before the sun comes up.
Fuck is all that dice rolling? Calm that shit down. Somebody fucked up. Somebody fucked up.
I do occasionally alternate between doing high and low. If you guys prefer that I don't do that, and like high is always good and low is not bad, that is something.
Nah,
that
keep
we
it
can
keep it
establish
keep it a
now.
mixed bag.
Yeah,
I think it's funny to keep it a mixed bag, so you never actually know.
that's what
I say that's
looking
up to the DM, my man.
at. I do.
As far as I see it, dice are of like, does it happen or does it not kind of deal.
Mm-hmm. See, I mean, it is not a quiet night by any sense of the mean. Yeah, there's a lot of normal sounds for forest night still. I mean, you'd probably say it's an owl, you think, and there's definitely some grasshoppers and a variety of other bugs that thrive here inside this cave and have been enjoying themselves on the little bits of flesh left inside. And
That's my food, assholes.
but other than that, you each take your turns taking watch, and it is a relatively simple, safe night, but not quite. There are sounds of life outside the cave the entire night, much like you would expect still from a thriving summer environment. But you can't help but feel like as you curl up and you try to sleep through the night, the cold does come to you, even in your sleep. It is chilly, especially
I have a
here.
+9 on those fort saves.
In this game. It's not chilly enough for hyperthermia or anything, mind you, but you do have this moment of realization that perhaps the Yeti, the best you could describe it, found its way here because the cave was the coolest thing in this area. Kind of a pocket of chillier area than anything necessarily right next to it. And so it is cool in here, to say the least. Even cooler than it would be if you stepped outside.
Are you saying we have air conditioning right now?
Basically, yeah. But again, it's not like it's enough to cause hyperthermia or anything, but you guys definitely do notice that it seems abnormally chill. But you sleep through the night, nothing comes of it, and as morning comes, you start to wake up, you raise your heads, and you see that the random group of strangers that decided to follow you into a blood-soaked cave have not chose to slit your throat, which is pretty cool. That's a good start. I like that.
Yeah.
We're doing
Oh,
good.
I didn't wake up dead.
Till we get fucking hungry.
Couple of you
Mhm.
probably woke up at some point, or maybe did it while you were on watch. Had to pee to establish where the line was, so the animals know
I
not to come in.
peed on the line.
Yeah. See, Nambu also peed on the line. I figured somebody would eventually.
I nod my head in recognition and go, it is good to establish a line of dominance.
So, is there anything anyone would like to do before heading out towards Bad Heldren?
I would like to prepare my spells.
Absolutely. I do believe that you also mentioned that you wanted to try to harvest some meat, and I don't think you actually got the opportunity to do so.
Yeah, but I also
wanted to chop
wanted to
that bitch up.
mention the catfolk got the kill. They get the first bite.
I just want the heart.
Okay, so I am in fact in the cave full of freaks. All right, cool. Glad that we got that sorted.
I will then spend an hour preparing my spells by taking my necklace with numerous fangs on it, clutching it in my hands, and whispering in Abyssal. And at some point during this small ritual, I will cut my palm on one of the fangs.
Yeah, I've seen her do this
one
before.
point of
It's kinda
damage
weird.
to myself.
I will sometimes ask for things. If anyone ever feels uncomfortable with what I ask, just let me know. Or if you just don't have an idea or feel put on the spot, that's okay. What do you imagine you speaking in Abyssal sounds like to them? Like just a little tidbit of what you say. What do you imagine them hearing as a vague sound?
Guttural death metal.
I understand it perfectly.
Probably something guttural, deep.
Mongolian throat singing.
Yes!
Oh, that's good.
There it is. There it is.
And that's so Nolish, too. Because, the plains and all that. I love it.
All right, Anna. Do we get to hear your rendition of Mongolian throat singing?
I've heard Mongolian singing only once, so no, I don't know how to do it.
Fair enough. Okay, but that is exactly what you all will hear as they grasp their flourish fetish.
Yeah, she does this like every morning. Yeah.
Oh, I got a quick question.
Mhm.
With my back, so I don't know if you had a chance to read it or not. Did I have any kind of dreams? Or was I able to sleep through the night peacefully?
Because I quite honestly I assume I did read it, but that's not ringing a bell. I have been quite busy over the last weeks. I do apologize.
No, you're
I'm
good.
going to say for tonight, no, but in the future,
Okay, that's fair.
I bet you there will be. Um,
Okay.
anyone else?
Reestablish the line of dominance.
No, I'm gonna piss right after him, like as he's going down the line. I'm gonna follow right next to him. I'm gonna look him dead in his face as I do it too. I'm gonna stay strong as I do it.
I too will look him dead in the eye while doing it.
I feel like I'm
And
gonna.
I go, a
feel
double
like
barrier is strong. Good work, Monkey Man.
I feel like 2 years from now, I'm gonna regret having made that knock speed here joke. So
Still go peeing on lines.
that's the dice you roll sometimes. Anywho, is there anything else anyone would like to do as you are preparing to head out of this blood-soaked cave, which you've been in it in a while. This corpse has been in here. If you did want to,
You want to butcher on harvest? Yes.
yeah, collect some. Feel free to roll a survival. But you do notice at this point that there is almost the smell of like wet fur, almost like wet dong.
You know what? Fuck me. Why? Why can't I roll anything ever decent when I need to? No, I roll high to listen to fucking crazy over here poking doll with a needle. No, I can't do shit otherwise.
Nambu tries to prove that he is equally down to harvest stuff off of this creature, and he wasn't even
I have a
willing
butter knife.
to punch it earlier. So once again, is just like, yeah, guys, this is great, and then proceeds to do fuck all. Cell will notice this and come over and actually proceed to show him, quote unquote, how to begin actually harvesting the meat. I'm not sure Nambu really wants to know.
I'm watching with like very little like interest. I'm listening to fucking I'm listening to the Mongolian throat singing that I understand, and I'm just like, man, she's fucking crazy too.
Praying to some spirits of some kind, definitely evil, and talking in the tongue of demons.
Yep. And I understand it, and I can speak it too, which is honestly terrifying.
Yeah, so yeah, you're very aware that they do this as a daily thing, and it's just
Yep. Mm-hmm.
something you kind of just look the other way at.
Yep.
I cast prestidigitation to wash my hands. And clean my
Aren't
clothes.
you fucking fancy? I fling blood on him again. We don't do that shit around here.
I do wonder, did they have any rings or necklace or jewelry?
Shit, a fucking klepto. Holy shit.
At this point, the bodies are so bare. There's almost nothing on them, but you will notice, however, upon further inspection. You know what? Go ahead and give me a perception check on top. Let's see how that goes. You got a pretty high roll there, so.
I will guidance myself, so I'll have a +0. No, there it is. 15
15's not
exactly.
bad.
I'm
You guys are
watching
pretty
this
good.
extensively right now.
I tell you what, how long would you really be willing to go through all the refuse of the bodies in the first place?
How
I'll
long
roll
does
the
it take to
14,
harvest that body?
but would you be willing to sit there and just
I
do
got a
it for a while?
15. It's a 15 actually, but yeah, I would sit for
Oh,
like
with guidance, right.
yeah, for like 5-10 minutes.
Assist. I could poke through a little bit. You know, give it a little look.
Give it
Little
another
finger touch.
perception check.
You don't like Yeti corpses, but you prefer human corpses? You got your
Hey.
favorite flavor, I see.
Oh, funny coming from you.
I do prefer gnomes and elves.
I know. I remember the meat.
Thing here. Okay, I'll tell you what. We're going to. I don't know if anybody else want to assist in going through the body refuse first? You notice that for you guys are all getting ready to leave, and yet for the last 5-10 minutes or so, the two of them have just been rooting through bone and bits of flesh and uh, matted bits of fur.
I rolled a 20 to help him.
Okay.
Clea will go ahead and take a look. Let's see.
I'll cast Prestidigitation on the area to clean up the debris and also aid.
Interesting.
Also
I like
a 15.
Yeah, hold on, let me roll my big perception over here. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna fucking actually hit it this time. We're gonna hit big. Big win.
Big win.
So
You
This
saw
is
him
why-
roll off that
corpses of
18,
blood.
and he didn't even say anything. You could just hear the disappointment.
This is why I said I'm not investing.
So as the three of you start rooting around in the bodies, or actually I think it's four of you at that point rooting around in the bodies, and then Nox is cleaning up, helping more so by trying to get rid of as many things as he can with his magic. You don't even really know what you're looking for. You just get the sense that this is a pile of goodies in a way. I'm
It's
now
always worth.
going to have a little bit of fun for myself. I'm going to give you guys the opportunity of high or low. There's going to be a 5% chance of success. Either way, you're going to get a reward, but there's the chance for a really good reward. You started this, Anna, so I'm going to leave it up to you.
You know, guys.
You sure you don't want me?
I put my money on the Monkey Man. I believe.
High or low?
I believe. What is the Monkey Man called?
I will
no,
go with
Anna's
low.
Low? All
Damn.
right.
I would have
Look.
went high. I would have went high. Just saying. Here we go.
You're helping her. We're going to let you.
Yeah, look at you. Look at you. You done fucked up.
And
Told you. Told you. I would have
would
went
have
high.
been bad either way. It's
I
right
told
in
you.
the middle.
Yeah, but it's still
Sure.
high. Still high. It's 4 over. Told you.
Yeah, it's still for.
Listen to the gambler. Never wrong. Always right. Don't look at my previous rules.
As you sit there going through everything, there are a few bodies here, and at least one of them must have come from some sort of wealth. You don't get the impression this was a hunter by any means, but you will find an assortment of jewelry totaling about 150 gold, if you had to guess.
God.
Ooh.
Alright, put the 150 gold on the party loot.
I'm just saying, I could double that. I could double that real quick.
I don't know.
Mhm.
Only if dolls are involved, would I believe.
There it is. That's what I thought. I was like opening my inventory. I was gonna okay, well, I'm gonna go add something like that, and then I see a random unnamed consumable added. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
something's happening there.
Fucking got it. This is bullshit.
Yeah, and like I said, for things like this in the future, especially we move on and start really doing the adventure path, especially with things like, bags of holding. If you guys want to have a shared inventory, I literally can just make an actor that you all have ownership of, and you can all, take from and use things as needed. Within game reason, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Alright, so on the road again, boyos?
All right. So, like, these fucking fays, right? Like, do they, like, swarm around you constantly or what? Because I really need to figure this shit out.
They may.
It depends on the fae. I'm sure there are fae that, derail one's luck.
Okay.
Do you think you are cursed, Monkey Man?
Oh, absolutely at this point, yes. I feel so. Mm-hmm. This has got a gut feeling that I am doing terrible right now. Something ain't right.
Almost as if a speak of the devil thing, or maybe it's just a thing of focus, and that you're thinking about it. You do notice, no fae, nothing comes popping out of the shadows, but you do notice, and maybe it's just because it is a spring or a summer morning. It is cold. It is definitely not warming up much from last night, and in fact, as you step out from the cave, you had just been telling yourself last night, oh, they were in this cave to keep colder, and now as you step out from the cave, it doesn't feel warmer.
Yeah, I'm fucking cold.
It feels very comfortable.
Shut up.
A little too comfortable.
Does Seth have a coat or anything on, or is it just we ball?
I do have my desert outfit, but I also have a cold weather outfit with me. If it gets cold enough for it, then yes, I'll use it.
Okay, so I'm good. I'm safe.
And again,
We should head to the road since it's early morning.
You are not staying inside my coat.
Why not? There's enough room.
No.
I don't have a coat. You'd rather see me free.
You're made of fur.
Monkey Man, you can always ride a my coat.
And again, this is not colder than the cave. It's just odd that stepping out from what you were thinking of last night, when you finally wake up and you step out, you realize it almost seems that it's gotten even colder. And, what you went to bed to in the cave now seems to be what you were walking out to in the morning. So I mean, it's not cold enough to need cold weather gear yet, but this isn't normal for summer by any means. There is something odd.
My coat has a hood. You could hang in there.
We get to that point. I might have to, because I thought I had a friend.
Oh,
I
no,
propose we.
You
I
mentioned.
propose. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask because I almost forgot about it. Nox, you mentioned to be a healer. I extend my still bleeding palm. Care to show us?
I mean, yeah,
you're one of those that are into the self-harm as well. Why not? And I'll cast this. Where's the spell? I'll take a full round action because I'll have to meta magic it. But as a heal.
The fuck do you mean as well?
Jolt. Ouch.
It's a fire jolt.
It's a fire jolt. Ouch!
Yep. Elemental spell, fire, jolt. And it is done as a healing spell. So you'll heal a D3 halved. So you'll just heal 1.
Yeah. I was hurt for 1, so there you go.
How do you heal? Oh, I defib.
Yes. Oh, I just set you on fire.
Yeah, and let me where's the feat?
It's healing fire.
And that's how I'm doing it. I'm utilizing that feat with this trait to turn it from. Oh, that's supposed to say jolt, not splash. My bad.
You're good.
Let me modify that.
Splashing acid on people. Be healthy. Fucking my eyes.
And
So-
now we know.
I
for
mean,
sure
that sounds
we
like
do
some
have
medieval ass healing bullshit.
Yeah. All right.
It sneezing because
go,
you're-
go ahead, Clea. You were saying something before that.
I don't like how you just rolled.
Oh, I was going to say I would propose that we quickly return back to the person who contracted us. He did say he was going to be leaving town today, and the trip back to town, while not that lengthy, is not short either.
It is still first thing in the morning. I agree. Let's head to the closest road and then down the path.
And in fact, as you guys are talking, you're not sure if he will even be there when you return. As he did say, you know, I would like you guys to do this, but there had been that sense of desperation in the air that should you choose to not do it, he knew he was not going to be around to see it done. So you can attempt to get back in time, but it might be difficult. Would you guys like to try to double time it? You could force march.
You know, why not?
Mhm.
Well, we ain't got nothing else to fucking lose.
Sure.
I'm for the gamble. We're doing this
March,
pretty much an
march.
hour after waking up because, you know, the rituals and shit.
Yeah, the
Oh,
freaks.
that's not what I'm actually I want. That's not force march. Force march is when you've been at 8 hours. You guys aren't going to go 8 hours anyways. There's what's double movement?
No, we're
It's
double
hustle.
timing.
Hustle.
Yeah,
That's
hustle.
what I want on.
We're hustling. Like that one bard used to say.
And we have the Yeti head as proof.
Honestly,
I have.
at your guys' distance that I based it on with the hustle, you don't even have to do anything. You can do 1 hour of hustling, no problem. So that's great. So you guys decide that, you know, it's the beginning of the day, and you are hoping that you get the chance to catch them before they head out. And so you head off at, you know, breakneck speeds. And sure enough, as you make your way into town, you guys are clever enough to catch them as they are preparing. Let me set this up. To leave the stables.
Oh shit! What's good? We back. Hey, that fucking bitch Sophia is here.
I can't see nothing. I'm still black.
Yep, I'm missing.
I can only see because our tokens were here earlier. He still put it down token. Conrad's token is the only one that you're missing.
Thank you. You will see the party, which I might only have the 3 tokens down, but let me make no exaggeration. This is not just 3 people. There are carriages. There are multiple wagons. There are servants. There are probably at least 10 to 15 guards. You see not 3 people, but a small band of people of various sorts, multiple guards, but also what appear to be multiple servants, multiple drivers. You see multiple animals being hitched up and attached to wagons as they prepare to head out. And ultimately, you also see Yuln, who sees all of you and immediately looks relieved at the fact that you are even approaching him. Ah, you travelers.
Selra.
What news?
Selra, as the slayer of the Yeti and the one that holds the pike, please tell me that we're running in here with that Yeti head on that pike. Wait, as like a flag. Please.
Yeah, why not?
I point to Yeti head.
We found that.
I think as Yuln sees them, you'll see him rigid up, as if almost steeling himself to the side of it. And he'll go quiet for a moment. Like he's trying to figure out in what world that this could possibly make sense. Let's see. How'd that come to be?
The drunkard was correct about the cave.
Yeah, that came from the hunter.
Well, when a mama yeti and a daddy yeti love each other very much.
And
What
kinda
Nanbu said.
tilts his head. But like a cave into the depths, or
No, just a cave full of corpses.
The cave
this is-
appeared to be a dead end. It seemed that the Yeti had taken shelter in it, most likely away from the heat.
It was a little unnaturally cool, but so is it these days.
he
It's a bit
looks
nipply out here.
increasingly distressed. As you were all talking, he's gonna go and take another 20 gold from his pack and shuffle it into all of y'all's hands. Whoever wants can throw that into their inventory. Technically, our friend Krazel here is closest.
I
You,
use friendly. Yeah.
I have a.
Oh, yeah.
Since you seem to, since you seem to be carrying some coinery, we've stumbled upon a few possessions of finery that might be interest your lady if you're willing to pay.
Don't tell him we found it in there. He's gonna know they might be tainted.
And I used prestidigitation; they're clean.
Shut up! Don't say that out loud. Shut up.
For the first time, for the entire time that you have been in her presence, at the mention of jewelry, her interest is going to peak. She's going to walk over to Yuln and say, "Who are these well-equipped travelers you keep speaking to, Yuln? Heard something of jewelry?"
Something that might be of taste. It depends. And I will present the our findings.
Can I?
You mean
Take
I
a
will scavenge through my backpack and hand them to her?
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. She won. Oh man.
She will take them into her hand and you can tell that this is someone well acquainted with jewelry. Even better yet than that, from the very quiet sounds she keeps making, perhaps almost even at a betray to herself, not trying to let off how much they're actually worth. Say, I mean, these are actually a very, very good find. I'll give you 150
Yes.
gold for them.
That does sound fair. I look to our party.
Yeah, that sounds fair.
That sounds quite reasonable to me.
I will actually. Hear me out.
She looks at you.
How about we?
Very distasteful. I think the
Oh,
rest of
come on.
your party agreed, little monkey man.
Hey, little. No one calls me little.
You're little.
Yeah,
Shut up.
Right now you are
You are
showing
quite
as
little.
change size, so
Yeah, I know. Now I'm not little no more.
she looks a
And
little
you're
bit
not getting on my shoulders.
startled and takes a step back there as you get suddenly much larger, double in fact your size, in front of her, and you notice one of the more well-equipped guards actually taking a step closer, just a little startled, but not drawing a sword or anything.
Hey,
As,
I'm just
she
clarifying
says, "Hey,
I'm not little.
are we making a deal here or not? We have to be on our way."
Oh, yes, we're making a deal.
They are
Make it
pressed for
150.
time. Let us not accost them.
And she will she will hand put a hand in the air. One of the handmaidens will come over with a small wooden box and come up in front of her, and as she opens it you'll see that there are already other jewelries inside of this box, and she takes some coins from that box to pay you, and then scoops the jewelry inside of it. Um, you can add the difference and just delete the other one from your inventory.
Yeah,
Alright,
well,
with-
150 is divided by 6 is 25 gold each.
I was going to say, with the 20 gold that we just received on top of that, we all should be having 28.33 gold. So 28 gold, 3 silver, 3 copper. In addition to the 5 from earlier.
I was like, is that all that added up? So where we were at earlier, let's see. Because I haven't put any gold in my fucking shit.
When you have 6 people, it goes quick. Just for the sake of it, does anyone want to know what there was a 5% chance of earlier?
Yeah.
Sure.
I decided I was gonna do a ring of protection. I figured it was a little 2K spicy. You had a 5% chance of getting 10 times the value.
That would have been spicy.
I could have rolled so good on that. Ooh, that would have rolled my ass off on that one.
So now, is there anything else that anyone would like to try to catch to say before they finish loading up? You see everyone is in quite a hurry as they get into their carriages.
Yes,
Yes.
I do actually have something I would like to say to this man.
Sure. Yuln will turn to you. Yes?
I'm guessing 6'5" I'm taller than him, correct?
You are the exact same height as him. You are staring him eye to eye.
Oh, eye to eye. Okay then. I'll ask him, you're a strong warrior. What is it that makes you tremble with this place?
He looks up and you see he's looking for kind of almost a permission from his noble as to whether or not he has time for this, and she looks agitated, but it appears there seems to be some commotion with one of the wagons that happens to be buying you a little bit of time. Yuln says, "Have you heard of the Winter War in Irison?"
I'm guessing that would be knowledge history or something.
Yeah, I would allow a knowledge history.
Okay, I don't have that.
So you are vaguely familiar. It is pretty well known, historically speaking. In fact, some things that are commonly passed down do come from Ulfen warriors, much like the one standing before you now. Uh, part of why it is such a well-known story is that the Winter War was some 1400 years ago, and it took place in Irison, which was not always a winter wasteland as it is now. In fact, the reason the Winter War is so famous, you would know, is because it was so short. It actually only lasted a handful of weeks, and the reason that is that Baba Yaga, the conqueror who came with the winter at their back, and as it killed the crops and brought tundra to a place that previously it was not, it near instantly crippled an entire kingdom and brought it under heel, and has so not been able to release itself for the last 1400 years. And so when he asks, "Do you know the Winter War?" When an Ulfen speaks of that war, he's speaking of near 14 to 20 generations of his family, of his friends, of everything he grew up with being broken over the backs and slaves of a foreign conqueror who came with the winter at their back.
So are you going there or are you fleeing from there?
Well, that's what Sel would know about the Winter War. He so far has just asked you what you would know.
Oh, okay. Never heard of it.
So ultimately, he would be willing to tell you about the same things that I just established as far as what Sel knew in the first place. And then to answer your question at that point, no, I left the Irison border a long time ago. I've been sworn to Lady A of House Karthis for some 15 years. That's what scares me. Irison shouldn't be anywhere near here to flee. And he grabs the Yeti head on the spike and kind of looks at it and really looks it in the face. And you know in your heart that this is a man who has been face to face with the Yeti before. So when he says, "And a Yeti shouldn't be here either," you know that for a fact, you know, this was not a polar bear on its hind legs. This was not a white-furred Bigfoot. This was a Yeti in the middle of the forest in the middle of summer, seemingly hiding away in a cave, exhausted and beat down by the heat.
Will it be seat 1 of 5 on the diplomacy? So where are you and the lady off to now? In such a hurry.
In the future, totally down with the diplomacy. I always say don't ever bother rolling until I ask for it, because depending on what you ask and how you ask, I might not even think a roll is important, and then if you roll low, all of a sudden I feel like I'm supposed to peg you at that point. So don't peg yourself.
Don't peg.
Let me tell you when to roll. With that said, you were asking where they were going, right?
Yes.
He gonna kind of look at his noble again and say, "I'm sorry, my position's to protect mistress, and that's not necessarily reliable information, you know."
Fair enough.
I just had to think.
However, if there is nothing else,
Where's that bitch Sophia?
she is
No.
actually actively helping, connect a bunch of animals. There's a few that she's helping feed and prepare as they're getting ready to head out on their travels. If you had to guess, you're looking at a collection of probably somewhere between like 25 to 30 people in total that are preparing to head out.
I just yell at her, hey, that some bitch. What was it, Henderson?
Yeah.
That some
Yes.
bitch Henderson didn't do it.
I'm just gonna look at y'all and be like, "Do you know anybody that wants to buy a slightly damaged Yeti carpet?"
Probably in town.
There is a marketplace in town.
Yeah, there
We
might
could make
certainly be
that, like,
a market for that fur, but it certainly ain't nobody here, as everyone kind of looks at you weird as you say it, or just doesn't look at you at all, which is the majority of them are so absorbed in what they're doing that they pay no heed in the first place.
that bitch Sophia knows that motherfucking some bitch Henderson didn't do it. That's all that
Oh,
matters.
Sophia, on the other hand, she heard you. She looked at you. She made eye contact with you that told you that you are now also a son of a bitch, but she's not going to say it out loud because she's in the middle of dealing with what is probably the largest amount of people that she will be working with for the entire year all at one time. So,
I give her a
You
thumbs
lucky
up.
there's clientele, or I call you a son of a bitch.
I give her a thumbs up.
oh,
Yeah.
she definitely called you a son of a bitch, but she did it with her eyes. But you know.
Ah,
You know.
yeah, I know. That's why I guess thumbs up.
She hit you with the bless your heart.
Damn.
Some bitch. Look, man, I just wanted to make sure that we at least the truth was set out as far as we know. I don't know. That some bitch Henderson may have something done with it too. Keep tabs on that motherfucker. That some bitch.
I don't know why, but I love the subplot.
That some bitch Henderson. He's up to something. I swear.
You have, as all of the wagons start to head out, this is sort of a breakpoint that I had planned for the one shot, where basically you have 1 day of downtime before what would actually kick off the actual adventure path. Events begin to happen now. What would you all like to do with your 1 day of downtime?
Knox would like to continue the investigation by seeing to the sawmill, the house in the sawmill, the house at the East Road, and Old Mother Thotter's house in regards to the children.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception check. You can just do one for all three.
Diplomacy would also be for gathering information.
Or if you're willing to literally take all day to do it, I will let you also take a 20.
Look, sir. Oh, really? Okay. I'm totally taking all day, so 26.
Okay.
That's my entire downtime.
I would like to spend the day of downtime using craft armor to earn capital.
Awesome. You are free to do that.
Ah,
You will be able to stop by. Let's see here. Isker's smithy, and Isker is going to be willing enough to let you use some of his wares if you just throw him a couple silver. He won't complain. As for you, Oz, fucking drawing a blank now for some reason. Oh, your perception. Yes. You notice that if there's any truth to what they're saying, they're not leaving much evidence. I mean, it's tough, man. You ever actually tried to identify the footprint of a creature that's about 1 inch tall? Even if they were standing on the foot still. What you're looking at there, I mean, fuck, man, maybe those kids were right. Maybe there was something there.
Well,
Maybe you're seeing a little bit of a smudge on the window. Because you tell you what, you are asking yourself maybe at all three locations, and that right there, that's what's in your head. It's not having a maybe at any one of them. It's the fact that at every single one of them, you're like, fuck. It kind of looks like it.
the question is, though, is because I would like to gather, is it all the same stories from each child and the parents? And in regards to, and also in regards to, like, effectively description of the woman and white and all that stuff. Along with effectively, as stated, which I had zilch luck with. You gotta build a case, my man. This is the private eye stuff.
This motherfucker said, Detectives Knox on the case.
Exactly.
As
That
for
that's some bitch Henderson.
We're turning this into a noir. That son of a bitch Henderson is the middle of this. I know it. All the red lines lead to him.
He's cooking.
for your craft check, did you want to roll, see how you do for the day? I've never had actually someone just craft for their day of doing stuff, so I'm not for sure offhand what it's supposed to work out to. I'm trying to
I think you could do a craft check to determine your gold value or silver value in a week.
So the way that it works is you do a craft check, and then you divide the result by 10, and that gives you the amount of gold that you earned.
Okay, simple enough. Yeah, go ahead and roll your craft.
Okay.
At least we get one. At least we get one.
I lost my token. There we go. Craft. So I earn 2 gold.
Hell yeah.
Perfect. So that was Oz and Clea. Conrad, what are you doing with your day down?
I'm going to try to sell that Yeti fur, and then I am going to, seeing as how, after his explanation and it being getting colder, I'm going to try to craft a set of snowshoes.
Awesome. All right. Go ahead and you don't really have a lot of options, frankly, when it comes to selling. This is a pretty small town, so I mean, really, what you're doing is you're walking over to the general store, and you will get the opportunity to try to haggle. If you so please, with, let's see here, there it is.
I'm not good at the haggling.
That's alright. You go ahead, you throw your fur out there, they take a look at it, and let's see what they think it's worth in the first place.
By the way, a set of furs, which normally goes for 12 gold, gives a +2 fortitude saves to resist cold weather. And a Yeti fur sounds like a big boy fur.
It is, in fact, a big boy fur. And it is so big, in fact, and they have been talking so much about the winter as of late that, as you sit here bargaining in this shop, you do notice there are actually about 5 full cold weather outfits hanging out on a shelf, which, again, for the middle of summer is just very weird. But with that, you can tell that this shopkeep seems pretty interested in your fur. And the woman in front of you asks, "Where'd you get that?"
I'm internally debating if I should tell them the truth and possibly scare the crap out of them, or just make something up.
Found it.
I hadn't seen nothing like that around here. Never. Is this real fur?
Yes, it is real fur.
Where'd it come from?
Me and a couple other people killed this weird creature a few hours north of here.
You got this around here?
Sorry, south. Yeah, it was weird.
Seems pretty interesting. Yeah. Uh, I think I can make something good with this. I'll tell you what. I'll give you 80 gold for it.
Mm, I'll take it because I don't know no better.
Fair enough. She'll go over behind her desk and pull out a little box and go ahead and do the transaction. You are all set. You can just throw that into your inventory yourself. With that said, we will go on to Nambu. What are you doing on your day down?
So we're gonna take like 35 of my gold pieces. We're going gambling, baby, anywhere and everywhere I can. Tavern, the church. I mean, if they're in there, you know what I'm saying. We're going to take this son bitch around.
In true gambling fashion, high or low?
Motherfucker, hi, baby. We only roll up. We only roll up. Fuck yeah, I told you we roll up, baby. We always roll up.
So you spend all day trying to find somewhere to go gamble. And you're looking, you're asking everybody. Most of these people ain't ever seen more than 2 or 3 gold at one time in their pocket in their life, and you're over here trying to gamble with 35 gold. These guys are looking at you like basically a crackhead. Until you come along to one certain dwarven gentleman, the golden brown beard, full head of hair. They'll throw everybody on just so they can see. Well, you won't obviously actually be here.
Shit, look at this. Place looks pretty nice. Small guy.
Unless anybody that hasn't did their daily thing wants to be here, but I'd rather you just do your own daily thing. You see a man standing in the middle of what appears to be his barber shop, if you had to guess. There are a couple of chairs that are empty, and he is standing in the middle, and he is actually rolling dice on the middle of the floor. He doesn't see you when you come in. He seems to be doing this mostly as a way to entertain himself and kill some time.
Fancy a game now, do you?
Looks around a little bit startled. I enjoy a game or two. What did you have in mind, my friend?
I'm always a fan of throwing a couple dice around, you know, maybe a couple gold coins here and there on it.
Shakes his hands. I bet you 10 gold you can't roll a pair of snake eyes out of 3 tries.
You know, you drive a hard. I would have to say I will have to take that deal. Because I would take that gamble. You know, I'm a gambler. Are we using your dice or my dice?
Are your dice loaded?
Yeah,
If so, I'm going to need either I think I'll have to just roll a sense motive on his part in this case, frankly. Let's see here.
Oh, damn! A sense mode is high.
Yeah, he's gonna look at you and go, I think that we better use my dice. He, he'll scoop up the two that are on the ground there, and he will shuffle them into your hand. Go ahead, newcomer.
Can I inspect them to see if they're loaded? See if they're a little fishy?
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a perception check.
Let's see. Yep. Let me.
Give him a sleight of hand check to swap with that.
Shut up. Shut up. Don't say that yet.
Shut up, metagamer.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, that was my plan if I rolled low. Are these loaded?
No. So you sit there,
Okay.
you kind of, roll it in your hand to show, this isn't a real roll a few times. You make sure you feel like it's legitimate. You kind of, you're looking at them weird as you drop it into your hand a couple of times, making sure you feel like it's legitimate. And ultimately, you're kind of out of luck because they definitely seem legit.
Okay, well, say what, 2d6s, right?
Yep.
Let motherfucker go. I can't see the dice. I know that wasn't a fucking snake eye.
No, it's not.
Okay, all right. All right, I pick up the dice again. We're gonna go for number 2. Number 2. Hey.
Lady
Shit.
Luck is on my side, but maybe the next one will be in your favor, traveler.
You're right. I go to pick up the dice and try to use my sleight of hand to replace them with the loaded dice while I grab them, like covering my hand a little bit. Because this will go so fucking well. Bitch!
Oh, maybe? No.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, almost slipped right there. Whoopsie, my bad. Let me grab your dice right here.
Let me see the bluff.
Okay. Yep. Let me go ahead and fucking sweating over here. Why the fuck do I even try? Why do I even try? Gotta go.
And you wanted us to trust you with our money.
You walked in to the single gambler in the entire fucking town and tried to bamboozle him. And he's gonna look at you as you try to switch those dice, and he is gonna slap you casually, literally just slap you as he takes the dice, rips them out of your hand, and says, "Get the fuck out of my shop."
Yeah, you win some, you lose some. Am I right? I leave real quick.
So you spent the entire day trying to find somewhere to gamble, and gamble you did. And yeah, you won yourself a nice smack on the cheek.
Why can I never roll anything above a fucking 3? Why? I have a +7 modifier. Yeah, get fucked. Fuck.
If only I had the X fortune, I could help you, but no, I'm not that kind of witch.
Yep.
So
you know what? I know why I fucked up. I know what to do next time. I will remember this next time.
What would anyone else like to do with their day off?
We still haven't done me or someone else.
I believe it's you or Cell.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shove my face into a fucking meat grinder. I'll be right back.
Okay, well, Cell can go ahead.
Sure.
Okay. Sel would just try to make money by playing her musical instrument
Okay.
for the day.
Where would you like to try to do that? You want to go to the town square? You want to go to Silver Stoat?
Do the town square.
Okay. Go ahead and give yourself a performance check there. I assume is perform check similar to craft in that aspect? I'm not used to people actually trying to make money this way. I love it, but I'm not used to a party that does it.
If it's
I'm not 100% sure.
If it's a skilled profession, earning income works regardless. It doesn't matter if you're crafting or.
Perform's different. It's DC based. He needs to make certain DCs to either earn effectively silver or gold.
Gotcha.
Well, to keep it simple, we'll just say that you also got 2 gold for the day. Now, I'll look more into that specifically if that's something you're interested in doing. But you're standing there all day, and you're getting the casual tips. The 2 gold that you get, it was never is 2 gold all at one time. It is from people coming in all throughout the day. And the main thing that you really notice is not the money that you make, but the fact that as you sit there and play all day, for a town, you can't imagine it's more than like 150 people. There certainly seems to be a lot of commotion. It seems to be there are more travelers. You notice that there's more traffic towards the stables. You notice there seems to be a couple more people making their way into the tavern than there were yesterday. It definitely seems like the town itself is like coming alive or is a stir. But you can't do much about that because you are locked there on that corner playing your music to all the passerbyers, and that's how you end up making your 2 gold throughout the day.
That's making money.
And Tetsith, what about you, my friend?
I happen to have a scroll of obscuring mist in my inventory, and I would like to go to an isolated place, maybe just outside of town, in an area where there wouldn't be anyone.
Okay.
And I'd like for the spirits of my fetish, yeah, that's how it's called,
Mhm.
to learn that spell, which is going to take an hour, and after which I need to make a spellcraft check, DC 15 plus the level of the spell, which means it's 1. So that means
16.
DC 16.
Okay.
So I'm just going to do that. Either
Sure.
way, the scroll is consumed. There we go.
Hey,
I now learn Obscuring
Hmm.
Mist.
Okay. You can go ahead and add
As
that to
for
your
the
character sheet.
As for the rest of the day, I'll just lurk around.
Okay.
taste the
Okay.
local cuisine.
When you say lurk around, are we saying around town or in town?
Around and in town.
Okay.
Just looking at different spots, the different
See a monkey run out
spaces,
the barber shop full speed.
the different alleyways. Good areas to bring someone to end them, perhaps.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
I won't do anything with it yet, but it's good to know those places.
Sadly,
Minus
you
one.
are so busy making sure that you keep yourself alive in this strange and odd place that you don't actually manage to keep much of a note to yourself of the places that you are traveling. You get a little bit turned around a couple of times, and maybe the most fascinating part, or maybe the part that was distracting you the most the entire time, is the animals seem a little bit turned around themselves. At one point, you looked up and you could swear you see like an entire flock of birds that appear to be uh, flying south, as far as you can guess.
Mhm.
And the
All right.
casual V.
Mhm.
With that,
All good.
you all manage to end up spending your day doing various things, not necessarily together, and won't really be brought back together until the following morning. And this is technically the official end of the one shot. That is everything that I had made as a pre-adventure, and to give you the foreshadow of what will go into our first session of the first start of our actual first session of Reign of Winter, the 1E adventure path. You will see. Where the hell?
So that's going to be on the 16th or the 26th then?
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Trying to figure out where I hid the token for myself. Whoops-a-daisy. There we go. Big brained. Originally, you were all sleeping. What wakes you in the morning as someone, you believe a female voice, crying out, the town coming alive as you hear the same woman who had been standing at the top of the stairs just 2 days before, calling out for guards and calling out for assistance, calling out for a medic. And as you all stir from your rest and make your way out to the corner, the cross, the center of town, where all of this commotion is coming from, the life of this entire tiny little town of Heldren, you see the same man who had just set off, who had given you your tasks the day before and palmed into your hand a tiny bit of gold, come dragged back into the city, at this point unconscious, as a couple of guards help him into the city's apothecary to get treatment. And you see that town official quickly heading into the apothecary behind him. And he is alone.
Oh dear.
Bitch, Henry.
So I start blasting. Heals, of course.
Bitch.
And you are free to do that, and
Yeah,
that is
definitely would want to follow them.
exactly where we will kick off the beginning of the official adventure. Will be you guys. Let's see, Rain Winter, X0, Heldren. I'll drop you all in real quick. Alright. Nox, you are absolutely free to get him healed up, my friend. We will kick off the first session with that being in the process of what you were doing and him coming out of consciousness and beginning to speak to you guys for the beginning of our next session, which will take place on the 26th.
Okay.
Alright.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Appreciate the game, my man.
How's everyone feeling? All six of you want to proceed forward with the adventure path?
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck these fays.
All right.
Yo, man, Detective Knox is on vacation.
Again, if anybody took the time to watch, I appreciate you guys. I believe my man Brian was on the chat, so if anyone interacted, awesome. I have monitors coming, so in the future I will be doing that as well. But for now, I have one screen and one focus, and it's going to make sure my players have a good time. So, I had a great time. I have much more in mind, much more to come. But for now, we move on to the Rise of the Rune Lords. Tomorrow I begin my world prep for that, and then we have our next session for the first group launching Rise of the Rune Lords on the 20th. So I will see you guys back then.